Well, I'm supposed to do, your traditional intro, but I'm not gonna, because I don't want to. This is the Little Miss Anonymous hour, and fuck everybody because they're not here. I'm all by myself, and Schmeckel's internet is on fire. His house is on fire. Everything's burning. Nothing is okay. We have a topic I know nothing about. Apparently, there's some drama with some doxers on some fucking channels on some places. When Brockus gets back, he's gonna tell me all about it. Hello, chat. I'm the one that pays attention to you. Hello, everybody. American Phoenix, look, I've acknowledged you without you having to spend money. It's exciting, isn't it? How is everybody? Since we finally got the hangout going, and I don't want to leave dead air, so I'm just sort of talking to myself now. There's stuff going on in places. Did you know that? Yeah. There's stuff going on in places. This is anarchy. Just fucking anarchy. Happen to God bother. Yeah. I do. I care so much about everybody all the time. How is everybody? We all good? Yes, I get to be the favorite of the shit pile.
Oh my god, I kicked. I kicked
Did
the
you
wall
stub
on
your
my way back.
Did you stub your feet?
Oh, my entire foot.
Good.
I was on my way back. I'm barefoot and I fucking kicked the goddamn corner of a wall and I'm so mad right now.
Oh, I'm really, really upset that you actually had your thing muted now, because then we all could have heard you stub your feet.
You're what? Why would you?
Why would we want to hear your agony? Why not?
Oh my god, people! I swear, you're all evil human beings. How did the intro go? Was it shit?
Of course it was. Tell him how bad I did. Tell him how horrible I did. Everybody knows. Everybody heard it. It was awful. I was talking to myself. Things got crazy.
I got back as you were saying things like you were the favorite, and I'm like, I'm not surprised by that. Big ginger tits tend to win everybody over.
My tits aren't ginger.
No, but they're attached to a ginger.
True, but I thought gingers were like demon spawn. I thought we weren't well liked.
They're everybody's dirty little fetish.
Oh, that explains my entire existence.
Yeah. Most people will sit there and be like, oh, I'm not into redheads. Bullshit. You will jerk off to Jessica Rabbit so damn fast.
Jessica Rabbit is a cartoon.
It doesn't matter. She's still a ginger.
That's very true, but she's still super ginger.
She is super ginger, yes. She basically has the porcelain white skin, the dark red hair, and every single kid in today's... every single young adult or adult in today's world who wasn't a kid at that point pretty much has at some point had a fantasy about Jessica Rabbit.
Real gingers have orange hair.
Gingers can have orange hair. They can have dark red hair. For God's sakes, the bitching witch even posted a couple of pictures on Twitter of herself when she was a fucking teenager in high school, or maybe it was shortly after high school, and she had bright red hair.
Yeah, her hair is very red.
Like I swear to God, she was an anime character.
I have that orangey, coppery colored hair. The hair that nobody really wants.
And that's more typical of gingers. They have the auburn or the copper hairstyle.
If I go out in the sun a lot, it's super orange.
Even strawberry blondes will eventually have a bit of a ginger tint to their hair because they're referred to as strawberry blondes. They basically got that blonde hair that in the sun will obtain enough, I don't know, vitamin C or some shit like that to suddenly turn their golden locks into kind of like a dingy orange.
Yeah, it's the UV. It just It just makes it brighter. I've been working outside a lot, and I'm very orange. Very orange.
Yeah. Yes. Orange is the one of my favorite colors too. By the way, like, not to say anything. I did not realize that the Canadian man was going to be here.
Of course, I bring the Canadian man here when Schmeckel's not here. This is like protocol now.
Yeah, almost every time. No promises, but here I am.
No Schmeckel, Big Master Anonymous. I'd say that's a fair trade.
Yeah, fuck Squidward.
Oh, God.
They talk about the same amount, and Big Master Anonymous is much more endearing.
I have far more to say.
The hatred and or tofu is real, people. This is real fake beef.
Oh, the beef is super real.
Fake beef.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
what is this? Oh, what is this? No. This is
Why
super
wasn't I
real.
told?
Why weren't I informed?
I don't see what's funny here.
His
Why am
whole
I laughing?
Oh my god, his whole existence is funny. He was trying to stream via Wi-Fi. I was shaming him to the chat, in the other chat of the hangout that he killed with his shitty Wi-Fi.
Why?
Schmeckle, I hope you're listening. Ian,
Hey guys, what's going on?
nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
He ruined everything. I was shaming the other ape because he's been trying to stream via Wi-Fi. You can't do that.
No, that's a dumb thing to do. It cuts out.
No. Yeah, you need to hardwire that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's not actually here. He's here in spirit only because his internet is the bestest.
Yep.
Which means we get to make fun of him extra.
Because he can't say shit in return.
That's
Faggot.
right.
Anyways, did you tell them what one of the topics that we're going to be talking about is?
I said there was some doxing on some things by some people.
Not
in some
doxing.
places.
Oh,
Is it
So,
not doxing?
so Cthulhu has been spurging the fuck out on Vamp Tonka and I think even Failure lately because he can't handle even the slightest bit of criticism or Tonka not liking him, which Tonka has been open about since pretty much the beginning that he's not a huge fan of fucking Geek.
Yep.
It's like you've known the entire time that Tonka could potentially talk shit on you for doing something stupid on a live stream or saying something stupid on Twitter or whatever the case is, simply because he's already acknowledged, yeah, I'm not a fan of Geek. I never really liked Geek.
Yeah.
He's been saying that for a long time now.
Honestly, when is he not spurging though? The only time I ever see him doing anything is when he's spurging the fuck out. He's like the worst kind of troll.
I guess you could say that. Well, no, because I don't think he's even trying to be a troll now because he's trying to use Zeuf's fucking argument of Tonka was looking for Zeph's fucking docs and willing to pay money for it, even though he never said the word docs. He said stuff, which later was confirmed was actually video clips, audio clips, Twitter comments, and even comments and videos of Zeph being a fucking complete and total dickbag.
Public streams, right?
Yes, public streams, public information that somebody could easily obtain because Tonka could not go looking for it for himself. He didn't want to fucking piece it all together.
Right.
It was paying for laziness, essentially. It's like, yeah, that's a lot of shit to sift through if you want to hear whatever somebody said on a 7-hour stream. Oh God.
Exactly. Tonka would rather pay somebody to do the research for
so
him
would
and piece it all together. And I would too. I would love to just pay somebody to be like, hey, Octane, collect this information for me and we'll go over it later. Or hey, Darnell, go and get this guy's fucking streams and just like kind of piece it all together in one video. We'll play it on a stream or something like that. I would love to be able to pay people that shit, but I don't have money, so fuck off.
Yeah, Cog's great for that too. Cog's great for that.
Cog is fantastic for it.
Yeah, he all I've ever seen of him is him spazzing out on people. I'm pretty sure he's just that really shitty kind of troll that likes to either piss off or upset people for the lulz.
Yeah.
Nobody likes those kinds of trolls usually.
Nope.
You have to do it well, at least, to the right people.
And if you don't do it well, then well.
Well, then you're Geek Hulu.
Yeah, I really don't think that Geek is actually trying to troll or anything like that. I think he's legitimately trying to get people to suddenly start hating Tonka because he's pushing the same stupid arguments that were debunked months ago. You don't, as a troll, you're not supposed to take up somebody else's argument and keep pushing it months later. You're supposed to find your own angle from it. But no, he's doing the exact same thing that Zeuf was doing so many months ago on the Metacast. And it's fucking pathetic. It's And then when it's thrown back in his face, of course, what is his usual response? I'm gonna block everybody now. Nobody wants to
the Steve Shives method.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's winning.
Right. And it's all because fucking Tonka and who was it? I want to say, was it Tom C? What's his fucking name?
Oh, dude, why are you asking people that don't know shit about this?
Yeah, no idea.
Tonka and another streamer basically were criticizing what Andy was doing on his channel lately. That was
What's
it.
he been doing on his channel lately? I have not been paying attention.
Aside from setting his nipples on fire, a lot of
Aside from that,
insanity.
which is something I heard happened. Yeah.
Wait,
There's a video of it.
Jesus.
I know he set himself on fire, but did he do it for an exuberant amount of money?
He probably did it for like $20 on Super Chats.
Oh, really? That's.
I don't.
Oh, come on! You can sell your dignity. At least have like higher rates.
Yeah, I keep trying to tell people like I will probably set myself on fire. I just want money for it.
Dude, you can't set yourself on fire. You'd be on fire forever. You're covered in hair.
Yeah.
You would never go out.
Here's the funny part about me. What you think is actually like a hairless spot on my body is actually not hairless. There's peach fuzz there. There are tiny little white clear hairs that basically cover every inch of me.
That's
Hair.
that's normal. That's
It's
like
not
normal
hair you
people.
have to worry about. What happens to bacon when you put it on a barbecue?
Oh no.
Was that a fat joke? How dare you?
That was a beautiful fat joke.
You son of a bitch. How dare you say things like that? Now I
He
have
just
to
wants to spit roast you because you would smell delicious.
now I have to go and dox Master Anon to prove that I'm not a doxer.
Well, I tried to spit roast Squidward with a spiked dildo on the wall last weekend, but he didn't even tell me he loved me. So,
what were
He
you
doesn't tell
basting him
anybody.
with?
bacon fat.
You'd have to baste him with bacon fat. There's no fat on him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh goodness. I don't.
Do you not like anything about this?
There are a few things that make me want to just stop having the conversation, yet at the same time for the people. No.
Do you
Don't
not
stop.
like where this is going, or
No, you can keep
where
going all
things
you
have gone?
It has nothing to do with whether I like it or not. It's just like I want to know every goddamn metaphor, innuendo, and fucking analogy you can come up with this horrible depiction you are now giving the audience. I want you to trigger the audience is basically what I'm getting.
Wait, a pegged schmeckle isn't triggering enough.
What?
It's not triggering enough on its own.
No.
Yeah, it's a little triggering though.
But how many gay jokes we make about that man? I'm sorry, but that would basically be like, how did you get triggered when somebody called Sophane or Fat Pat a faggot on one of their fucking video comments?
That word is offensive.
No, it's not.
That word is offensive.
It's not.
Sir.
It's offensive if you need a safe space when you hear it.
Yeah.
This is a safe space, isn't it? Where am I?
This is the safest space.
Safe for the pegging.
Every fucking buddy is getting so goddamn easily butthurt over the stupidest shit. Before we even went live, Anon brought up the fact that there are people losing their shit over big jiggly anime titties on fucking playmats at Magic tournaments.
Yes, it's very upsetting. Oh,
Really?
The scary titties, man. The scary titties are gonna get you.
The
Holy
plastic
fuck.
models are next.
Big jiggly boobs exist, people. Oh my god. The
No, they don't.
horrors.
Oh god, nobody likes titties. Nobody likes to look at really pretty art if the women are half naked. It's triggering. It's not art if they're naked.
There's a comic book artist. Well, I wouldn't exactly go as far as say comic book artist. I think they do offer a web comic on their own page or something like that, especially Patreon. But there's an artist that I follow on Twitter who actually keeps uploading every once in a while this extremely relevant fucking comic book panel of a woman interviewing a superhero woman who's obviously larger and supposed to be, quite fucking strong. And the interviewing reporter is asking, "Do you have to wear a skin-tight suit to say to fight crime?" The hero responds with, "No. However, wearing a skin-tight suit allows me optimal mobility and less restriction whenever it comes to crime fighting." Do you ask the gymnast the exact same thing?
I was gonna say, is this akin to why gymnasts wear tight
Yes.
Leotards? It's
Yes.
so they hey, guess what? You know who else wears leotards that are really tight? Male ballerinas and male gymnasts.
Yeah. It's one of the stupidest fucking arguments anyone can ever consistently have. Why are you over sexualizing them by putting them in skin tight outfits so they can kick fucking Magneto's ass faster? Shut the hell up.
So they don't have baggy ass clothes getting caught in shit or on shit. No capes.
Yes, no capes. Goddamn. These same fucking people had zero problems with the highly over-sexualized art of male heroes for decades, but suddenly have a problem for the last 20 fucking years because Wonder Woman wears booty shorts into battle. Get the fuck over it, you goddamn easily hurt bitch.
The human form is upsetting.
How dare she?
Right?
Did you just assume their gender?
Because Wonder Woman doesn't come from a culture where leggings was actually a thing that they only wore in the fucking wintertime, which wasn't even that cold in Greece.
Is there even winter in Greece?
Yeah. There is a winter in Greece, but it's akin to a winter in like Southern California. It can get cold, but everybody's so used to it, you could still wear shorts.
It's like winter in Florida.
Yeah, winter in Florida. That's actually a lot better. They still wear bikinis in fucking Florida
It's
in the
still
winter.
warm as fuck. Yeah.
Don't go in the water. It might be a little too chilly for you, but Jesus fucking Christ, everywhere else is still warm.
We have a $2 super chat from American Phoenix. Mass murder and dead bodies make me hungry and happy.
God damn it, American Phoenix. It's because of the stream we had last night where we were talking about fucking murderers.
Oh yeah, I caught some of that.
Yeah, I know. I saw you in the fucking chat.
Fucking murderers?
Well, some of them were fucking and murderers.
We definitely can talk about fucking Squidward because he almost murdered the cunt stream this evening. Or he did. He did.
He did.
He had to resuscitate it.
Yeah,
Actually did.
He had to resurrect it on a different watch link because he actually murdered it with his bad internet.
Yeah, look, when you guys first sent me a link, I clicked on it and it didn't work.
Yeah, it's broken. He broke it.
Just so everybody knows, I probably won't have much more to say than chiming in with analogies on how I fuck Squidward. So
good.
Just letting everybody know.
That's quite pleasant though.
Your presence is very much needed for that.
It's enjoyable. I'm sure that if he could be watching right now and could actually listen in on it without massive parts of it fucking just glitching out on him, I'm pretty sure he'd be having a blast and smiling the entire time with your very erotic comments on him. It's
oh my god! Wait, Thad has closed captioning on the stream right now. I guess she just sent me a screen cap of what looks like Brock is saying. You're looking for a man like a man.
You're looking for a man like he looking like a man.
You're looking for a man like a man.
Oh my god, we need to get Stephen Hawking's chair to read this back in Screen Reader. The whole thing via caption.
Oh yes. Oh, I didn't know the closed captioning actually worked.
So there's closed captioning on streams even?
Apparently.
Real-time closed captioning.
Real-time closed captions. They must be really, really
That is insane. And that's how they're going to censor people's streams, because someone will say the N-word and boom, it's
I just
taken down. You see how smart they are? You see how smart they are?
Oh yeah, they could probably.
Does that mean we should say it?
No.
As a Canadian, my preferred pronouns are snow nigger.
Well, I mean, it apparently it's so inaccurate. I could say knee highs and something we could get banned.
Oh no, naggers. Oh, now the chat's just gonna run with that. Good job, chat. Further.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride this straight to hell.
We are.
Who's getting on board?
Everybody. That's a good one too, American Phoenix. That polar gook.
I like that one.
I like Snow Beaner too. It's also acceptable.
I couldn't stop laughing my ass off when the obviously fake Trump account or Twitter, although it was very convincing, so I'm not sure if it was even fake, but where he said, "You're next, Snow Mexicans." I couldn't stop laughing for like fucking months after that, because anytime I saw a Trump tweet, I would eventually be reminded of that goddamn tweet, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
A wild fox, a maple Mexican. I like that.
Maple
Mexican. Oh, maple mongoloid.
Oh, it just keeps getting better.
It does.
I'm sorry, I identify as Maplekin.
I'm a firefox.
So who said Snow Mexicans? Because that's funny.
Who said Snow Mexicans?
Snow Mexicans was apparently Donald Trump when he was talking about building the wall and shit during the election and all that stuff. I think it was even really right after the election. But basically, it was the whole, we're going to keep building, we're going to build a wall, we're going to make Mexico pay for it, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually...
He never said it. It's a fake tweet.
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be the tweet that was like, "You're next, Snow Mexicans," because he was referring to Canada.
He never said it. Yeah,
I'm not going to lie. It's something that I think he would have said, but not on Twitter. But it's like a joke that he probably said to some people that were around him. It's like, I think the Snow Mexicans should be next.
You know what? We're going to build a wall out of snow. Fuck you guys. We're going to go on Game of Thrones and have our ice wall.
Okay.
We got our trees. We don't need you.
I'll go to the Middle East and find the only blonde chick who's clearly from fucking America and bring her over here with 3 giant-ass dragons, one of which who will die and turn into an undead ice dragon.
Well, yeah, we get the ice dragon, though.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, we got
Obviously.
2 fire-breathing dragons, so...
Oh, we'll be fine.
It's fine. We'll be fine.
It's fine. You don't know nothing about North.
That's actually kind of the funniest part, too, is because I think there are people in South America that look at the people in North America and they're like, well, no, you're all Northerners, obviously, blah, blah, blah. But then there's people in America who keep thinking that we're the fucking North, like we're the top North kind of thing. And it's just like, there are people above us, right?
Yep.
That means that we're technically the Southerners compared to the fucking Snow Mexicans.
I'm really enjoying all of the racial names in the chat. It's super entertaining.
Oh, let me see if I can.
I like it when they're funny.
Frostbacks. I think that's one of my favorites.
Yeah, Frostbacks is good.
Frostbacks. Like
Camel
that.
Jockeys is funny. Camel Jockeys used to make me laugh a lot.
Moose jockeys. How about that?
Moose jockeys.
Should be talking about my mom like that?
Oh no. Coming up with so many fucked up ass racial comments and jokes.
We're just stealing them all and making them Canadian. That's all we're
basically
doing.
it. We're repurposing them. We're taking them back.
We're multicultural. It's not racist. Oh, okay. Will says half black, half Canadian, slush shark.
Oh no. Oh god damn it.
Now I would love a slush shark. Can we make that a real thing though?
Somebody said snow monkeys. I think ice monkeys would be better.
Ice monkeys, yeah. Snow. You can't just overdo it with snow.
Yeah. You got to get a little more clever with some of the that slush shark. Damn it, that was fucking good.
Tundra monkeys. There you go.
Tundra monkey. Yes.
And yes, I know slush shark doesn't roll off the tongue very well, but it's still funny. It's a tongue twister and it's funny.
It's a 2-in-1, and
It
it's quite
is.
pleasant because of that. Oh fuck!
You hear
Let's
about
be
this
honest.
drama? There's
Drama.
a YouTuber named Awestruck Vox, right? He got pissed off at a dying kid, a Steven Universe fan, who made the Make-A-Wish Foundation wish to watch new episodes of the show before they're aired. he got butthurt on a child with cancer because that child leaked tidbits from the show.
But what?
Yeah, I just retweeted it.
Oh God, really?
He's fucking mad
Really?
at the child. A dying child. A literal dying child. He's mad at the child because the child spoiled the show for him. Fucking literal baby.
Oh wait, he posted spoilers to what show?
Steven Universe. Who gives a shit about it?
Quite possibly one of the most cancerous fucking garbage shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, so
Oh.
the child who the show was aimed at decided to talk about it. Children, can't help it.
Yeah, they haven't
Big
exactly
old-
gotten to that age where they appreciate the concept of no spoilers.
Yep, and then a fucking adult who was watching a children's cartoon decides that, oh, this is so bad. How dare you spoil it, you cancerous child, you cancer-ridden child. How dare you?
Yeah, that's similar to how the Steven Universe community lost its shit on a fucking fan artist on Tumblr who
Zami,
drew a fat character a little too thin and a thin character a little too fat.
Yep.
She was bullied so hardcore that she eventually was compelled to try to kill herself. She failed miserably, by
She's
the way,
hospitalized.
thankfully. She was hospitalized, and then eventually a few months later she comes back, or maybe it was a few weeks later, she comes back, she basically talks about it, and they don't fucking stop. They keep going even harder with her.
They're still doing it, dude. Like, if you go to the Tumblrs that went after her, they're still active. They're still going after her. They're going after any artist who, does things in a way that they don't like.
Also, wait, hang on a second. I'm going to derail everything again. Okay, so the closed captioning that Fad's looking at for Snow Mexicans, it changed it to "You looking to blow Mohicans."
You're looking to know some Mohicans there.
I want to know
you
what
come to the wrong place.
I want to know what it fixes that to.
I love that one. That one's good.
Oh, everybody should be watching the stream with the closed captionings on. Do it right now.
It's funnier
Fucking
now.
amazing.
Oh, anyway, so angry screeching man at child over cartoon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no. The worst part about that original one that Ian and I were talking about with the Suicide Girl,
Zami.
the creators of fucking
They had to speak
Steven
out. They're
Universe,
like, come on, guys, what the fuck, right? And then they got blasted. They're like, oh, you don't love your characters enough.
right?
Well,
They're the fucking makers of your favorite show, and you're shitting on them for taking the side of a fucking poor girl who tried to kill herself. You sick.
This is why I hate social
fucks.
justice lawyers. Yeah.
Well, look at what they did with Scarlett Johansson.
I know, she was representing the trans community, and instead of saying, hey, cool, we get representation, they're like, fuck you, Scarlett, fuck you and die, right? That's what they went with.
Yeah.
And so she pulled out. Obviously, she's just like, well, you know what? Fuck this. Fuck this.
Yeah,
And
and
so
then
now they are
everybody's
out of a movie that represents, one of the most probably historically prominent trans people. Cool.
I actually
It
saw
started
somebody.
with the butthurt Ghost in the Shell thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the shell is apparently supposed to be a white European.
It could be
This
anything.
is white European, yeah. The
Yeah.
shell's a white European, designed as like a Russian.
It's fucking pathetic, man.
So they successfully bullied her out of another film,
Yep.
and I actually saw somebody tweeting about it, saying that it's transphobic in itself to reduce trans people to only trans. Like, could you imagine if you have gender dysphoria going on to play a trans role, what
Mhm.
that would be like? Did you ever think that maybe they don't want to
Maybe
do
they
it?
don't want to. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They don't like
get it.
Scarlett for a variety of reasons. First of all, she's Jewish, right? She's Jewish.
Why would they
Secondly,
not
she's-
like her for that?
No, they hate Jews. Dude, people hate Jews. The far left hates Jews, and she supports Israel.
Wait,
She
what?
supports Israel
I hate Jews? When did this happen? What?
since
Exactly.
forever.
Yeah,
Forever.
What?
This has
The
been
far left hates Jews. They're all like pro-Muslims. They hate the Jews.
ever since they took on the Muslims into their fucking ranks. They
It's,
legitimately
since the
turned on the
70s.
Jewish people.
It's-
Well,
It's,
yeah, I would argue that one cannot be pro-Muslim and be pro-Jew at the same time because
Yep. You
you're
can't be.
pro-Muslim.
You have to be one or the other. And like the Women's March is anti-Jew, for example. They're anti-Zionist and they celebrate Palestinian quote-unquote freedom fighters. Right?
Hey, fuck
Mean
you,
terrorists.
Brockus! Fucking hate you. Fuck you.
These they're a disgusting bunch, and I read up on this. It started since like the 70s in the UK. This is when it started. The Labour Party back then, they used to be pretty much socialist, very neutral when it came to race relations. And then Nazis actually showed up in the Labour Party. People who used to be fascists became members of the Labour Party because they're socialists. Guess what? Nazis are socialists, right? So the skinhead movement moved into the Labour Party, and they brought in a lot of anti-Jew stuff. And the Muslims found home in that, like the pro-Muslim people, the Mujahideen type people. They found refuge in the Labour Party as well. So now, you have Jeremy Corbyn, who's buddying and palling around with a lot of pro-Muslim people.
That's
just Europe, yeah. Like in America, similar stuff happened because you have the BDS movement, which is what boycott, divest, and sanction. They hate Israel. They want to destroy the state of Israel. They won't say it aloud, but that's what they want to do. They're funded by CARE, right? CARE is the Council of American Islamic Relations, right? The Hamas, right? It's Hamas.
Hitler loved the Muslims.
He loved Muslims, yeah. Hitler loved Muslims. He got along with them.
Muslims love Hitler.
Money. Oh, they loved him back. Yeah, they worship him in some places. But they hate the Jews.
Everything's sad now. You ruined it, Ian. Fuck.
No, actually, this is a topic. I really hate talking about certain politics, but I will love to talk about stupid people being stupid people.
Yeah. So they don't like Scarlett Johansson because, first of all, she's Jewish. Secondly, she supports the state of Israel. Thirdly, because she, doesn't believe in cultural appropriation being a thing. And obviously, she supports Japanese creators. Good for her. The Japanese creators, Mamoru Oshii, for example, the original director of Ghost in the Shell, he's like, yeah, cool. She's supposed to be white. No big deal. That's the guy who made the movie,
Also, why would it matter? Why does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter, first of all. And, all the original creators are like, yeah, cool. Fine. We get Scarlett Johansson. She's a great actress.
Why does it matter? If the acting is good, why does it matter? Why does it matter so much?
The story's good. Why the fuck does it even matter? I know, exactly. Her race doesn't matter. It's supposed to be a white character anyway.
Right.
Yeah, it is. But a theme of the manga and the anime adaptation and the new film. The new film wasn't that great, but
it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It certainly wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was weird.
Yeah, the race doesn't matter. Like,
it doesn't matter. It's about humanity, right? It's about,
it is. So all of these people bringing this up are actually fucking racist, and it was.
They're not fucking getting it. Yeah, they're racist.
The Japanese were fucking backing the project from the start.
Well,
the creator asked for Scarlett Johansson himself. For fuck's sake, people.
There were a couple of viral videos of just people just asking random Japanese people on like the streets of Tokyo and even smaller towns, what do you think of Scarlett Johansson playing the Major or this new Hollywood adaptation of Ghost in the Shell? And it was a resounding success even before people saw it. It was like, oh, that's an awesome idea. That's great.
People, they complain. They're like, why isn't Bato Japanese? Well, he's not even Japanese in the comic. He's fucking white. He's a fucking white dude. Yeah. They're like, okay, so you want to change the race of one of the main characters? Come on.
Yeah, and I mean, oh fuck, they're gonna start complaining about Togusa because he's Japanese next. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
these are the same people.
Why wasn't he black?
It doesn't matter as long as he's not white.
Have you guys noticed though that these are the same fucking people that keep arguing for and to push every single, with the exception of Black Widow, every single redheaded white girl in comic book history are now being played by black women.
Yeah. MJ, Mary Jane, right?
MJ was changed to be a black chick.
I like the actress, though. I like the actress. She's good. She's funny, right? So I don't mind it too much.
When done like in The Flash, when they changed Iris West and her fucking dad and actually made it more obvious why New 52 Wally West was a black guy instead of just being a mixed breed in the actual comic books and shit. When they did that, I didn't mind because that Iris West was actually fucking amazing. However, I did prefer the original Iris West, the fucking the caffeine obsessed reporter for whatever newspaper she worked for. I can't remember the fucking title at the time, with the red hair and the fucking pale skin and all that shit. I do like the original, but at the same time, I had no fucking problems with that Iris.
They made Domino black in the movie, and that's weird because she's supposed to be really, really white.
Yeah, I've argued at length on that particular subject, pointing out that her mutation is literally physical, just like Beast's was, just like Nightcrawler's was. She was born with that pale white skin and the dot on her eye. That was just part of her mutation. Her ability to alter outcomes and shit like that to basically be in her favor, even if it starts off not being in her favor and shit. Yeah. That was a part of her mutant ability. But no, people want to fucking ignore that. Even still, I saw Deadpool 2, and she knocked it out of the fucking park. I didn't give a shit anymore. I literally stopped caring.
She's a good actress. Yeah, the movie's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. The only problem I had was to give the dot over the fucking eye. They decided to go with the whole vitiligo shit, and I'm like, that's so fucking lame. Just make it a black circle. Lame, yeah. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Why did you fucking? That was unnecessary, you jackasses.
So, Brockus, it's not nearly as bad as, say, Teen Titans.
Don't get him started.
Oh, yeah, fucking Teen Titans.
Get him started.
Why did they do that? They got
Dude, she looks like a hooker.
Characters fucking wrong.
Looks like a
hooker. Yeah.
She looks like a hooker.
Overused hooker.
She looks like an overused hooker. She's supposed to have orange skin. I don't care if a black chick is playing her. I didn't have a problem with Gamora being played by fucking Zoe Saldana, but she's supposed to have green skin.
Make her orange.
What they gave me green fucking skin.
Yeah.
Orange.
Like
Orange.
Fucking Teen Titans has the goddamn my goddess, my fucking favorite DC female, Starfire.
I thought you didn't like green skin.
Orange skin. Fuck you, you fan.
I thought you didn't like green skins. All this talk of heresy.
I love green skin. Fuck you. I'm a huge fan of Starfire. I've been a huge fan of Starfires for a long time because Starfire, in my opinion, is better Supergirl. I really believe that Starfire is better Supergirl.
So I have a question for, I wonder how Tumblr would take it if someone would have cosplay the Domino from the comics. Would they say that's cultural appropriation because they've only obviously seen the movie? Let's say a white girl would have played Domino. They'd say it's cultural appropriation, wouldn't they?
They would probably argue that because even though that plenty of white women, Asian women, black women, it doesn't matter what kind of woman, even though there is lots of evidence of them cosplaying as Domino at various conventions and looking hot as fuck, they would try to argue now it's cultural appropriation because Domino is one of ours now. No, she's not.
Would it have been cool? What would have been cool is for Domino if they had gotten an African American woman to play her, but made her skin white, with just a black dot, right? So that would be cool. That would be really fucking cool because not only would she look kind of weird, first of all, but it would fit in with the lore. It's like, okay, this is a weird looking fucking person.
Yeah.
Can we just have good actors playing characters? I don't really care about what color their skin is. I don't care.
I want the characters to look like how they resemble, the comic book versions. Why not? They're cool. They're creative.
Even though there's some contention against the whole Heimdall thing with Thor, his name literally translated to fucking the pale one or the white one, whichever translation you want to go with. Still, Idris Elba.
I don't mind. Yeah, Heimdall played by what's the actor's name? God.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah,
he knocked it out of the park. That's Heimdall for me. Like in the MCU, that's Heimdall. I don't care. He gave me a fantastic performance in every single movie he played Heimdall.
Right, Nick Fury being played by Samuel Jackson. That's fine.
I'm okay with that too because in how we got Black Nick Fury with the bald head was legitimately because the creators of that Nick Fury from the comic books went with an alternate universe version and created that Nick Fury solely for the purposes of hopefully having Sam Jackson play that Nick Fury in a future movie. Guess what ended up happening?
It happened.
Exactly that. Their wish came true on multiple fucking levels.
Yeah, I find a lot of the MCU movies to be kind of insufferable, but Sam Jackson as Nick Fury just is fucking awesome.
It's
so
fantastic.
Awesome.
He's such a better Nick Fury than I think anyone else could have probably played him.
Absolutely.
And it's so goddamn hard not to love him.
I think the guy who plays Cable and obviously Thanos, he could play Nick Fury. He could play that role. He looks like the original Nick Fury. He's got the haircut and everything.
I still think that Ron Perlman could have made a better Cable, but I haven't seen the film, so I can't really judge.
Oh, Josh Brolin knocked
Josh Brolin's one of the best actors in the business. He really is.
Well, he certainly is, yeah.
Ever since I watched him in No Country for Old Men, I was like, okay, his career is gonna fucking explode now.
That was the first
one of the
movie
best
I
actors.
Yeah, that was the first one I saw, man.
He's amazing.
Anon, you were trying to get my attention on
I
something?
was. The bitching witch said that the puppy she wanted, they want $600 for him, so she can't get it.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Excuse me.
Oh no! Somebody get her that puppy.
Yeah,
Crowdfund
crowdfund for your puppy. I bet you could get at least halfway there.
I'll tickle your balls virtually.
Did you guys know I run a YouTube channel now? I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, you are?
Ooh.
Yeah, I got about 3,000 plus subs now. I gained like 1,000 in a
Kinda
week.
cut out there for a
Not
second.
surprising.
Yeah, I'm making more videos. It's almost daily. I need to get a schedule going. I want to Twitch stream and I want to do YouTube at the same time. But I would appreciate followers. I like having followers. It makes me want to make more videos. If that makes any sense.
I need the attention. Pay attention to
I need
me.
the attention. Please pay attention to me. It's youtube.com/stillgray. Same as my name.
Are we allowing him to shill? This is unacceptable.
Well, Squidward is not here to stop him, so
Fuck you, Brockus. I hate you.
by all means, Ian,
You
go ahead.
fat
and chill.
asshole.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
I like
Same as
Ian.
my Twitter name.
Back off.
No, I hate you. I like Ian just fine. I hate you.
Oh. Oh, it's because American Phoenix keeps telling you to fucking yell at me. Come on. Come on.
I should really make him pay for the abuse to you.
Yes, you have to pay. You have to pay for the fucking verbal abuse.
No, if he pays, he gets to tell me what to say to you.
Oh.
Oh my lord. Have you seen the Awestruck Vox tweets? They're so bad.
The who?
The guy who was complaining with Steven Universe. I'm gonna read his tweets, okay?
Oh no.
So fucking bad. So he tweets out, even if you're a Make-A-Wish kid, it's pretty fucked up that you're asked not to share spoilers on a major set of episodes and then do it. Oh yes, my illness is letting me watch these SU episodes early and meet them. Can't wait to spoil everything the day before it airs. And it's like okay symbols. Oh my lord. And then someone is like, don't be a fucking hypocrite. It's okay for you to make videos and things that have been leaked, but God forbid someone has actual permission. And he's like, permissions for art, not plot points.
What?
It's
a
kid.
It's a kid
who's not long for this world.
Let him
Yeah.
have the
He's gonna
attention.
die.
Let
He's like,
him have the attention.
For the record, I'm not making fun of the fact that they have an illness. That's awful. It's the fact that it gave them a rare opportunity and they straight up disrespecting the staff of those who worked years to get up to a point in this project. They got permission to share art, not spoil major plot points. They literally wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for their circumstances, and they likely ruined the chances of a future Make-A-Wish kid to do the same thing by revealing sensitive information. They knew what they were doing.
Double down, man.
Yeah, no, first
Taking care of
If a
other
so-called
sick kids.
fan actually spoke for me like that, I would tell them to fuck right off and eat a dick. Like,
He has done it before, by the way. He's still complaining. He went on and said, "This is a separate kid. I saw Wanted this past week, and this is a few years ago, by the way."
Wait, he attacked another kid before?
Yeah, and met some of the crew, and then they spoiled everything. Oh my lord! And then one of the employees of the Steven Universe, or the storyboard people, called him out on it. She was like, "Ugh, calling a kid out for leaking some tidbits on your channel capitalizes on leaks of views. How tacky are you?" And he replies, "I was just trying to defend the show. The situation in general is fucked. And personal tidbits versus automated images uploaded on a server? Come on. This also rubs in the wrong way that my channel's content is a love letter to the show, discussing leaks because I'm invested, not for views." Oh my god.
This guy is a fucking neckbeard. Can we just?
He's a black neckbeard, yeah.
Oh my god,
he's a blurred
dude.
He's a black Steven Universe fan, so he's fucking insufferable.
We got a $2 super chat from American Phoenix. This is Anon. You're doing great. I trust your judgment. # proud. Oh, good. I'm yelling enough. I'm yelling proper insults at him for you. Good. Okay.
What I can't stand about this fucking faggot's goddamn arguments, not American Phoenix, the retard on fucking the kid, is that he used the kid's illness as the cornerstone for his fucking argument in the initial tweet. and then followed up with saying that I'm not actually, hitting him because of his illness. Oh, but then again, I am. What?
Yep. And finally, he said, I apologize for that tweet and should have worded better. My intention was not to belittle cancer or put a terminal illness above a cartoon. What? What are you saying? Maybe a terminally ill child above a cartoon? Wait,
I'm so upset. What?
Oh my God, this fucking guy.
Dude, why would you ever say that to a child? It doesn't even matter if this kid is ill. Also, why would you get this upset? Don't read it. Honestly, I tend to watch TV shows weeks, months, sometimes years after they're over. And I managed to just, not read spoilers. It's not that hard. Don't read it.
Not a big deal, yeah. But he's so invested in fucking Steven Universe, right? It's more important than a child's life.
If you see somebody talking about Steven Universe, don't read it. Don't read it.
Yeah, don't read it.
You're like, oh, they're talking about a show that I haven't seen yet. Okay, I'm not going to read this. Is it that hard? Can you not stop? Is it like when you're going pee, you can't pinch it off?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking stop reading. God.
It's fucking people, man. Cartoons. Literal cartoons. Getting mad at a child
How privileged must your life be where the thing you have to worry about the most and get that upset at is a fucking cartoon?
Even if the child did not have cancer.
It's a fucking cartoon!
Yeah, even if the child didn't have cancer, I wouldn't give a shit. It's a cartoon.
Oh God. Oh, fuck. Could you imagine the fucking if women who used to watch Days of Our Lives back when that was, I mean, it's still a thing, but back when the average housewife was watching Days of Our Lives, somebody spoiled something. Could you imagine the cat fights over it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody's getting beaten to death with a spatula.
Where their whole lives are just Days of Our Lives.
Look, I can understand why people would get upset if, say you spoil a movie or something like that, because I get pissed off when somebody does stuff like that.
On purpose, yeah.
I don't technically and yes, that's because they're assholes who fucking spoil it.
Yeah.
But those are adults who are doing it, and they fucking know better, and they know I'm a huge fan of this or that, and they'll do it anyways.
For you on purpose now.
You shush your face.
I'm gonna pay good money to go see stuff in the theater that I don't really care about just to spoil it to you.
But what I was trying to say before fucking Anon decided to be a troll was when it comes to cartoons, I don't give a shit. I mean, I'd prefer people not spoil certain things when it comes to like cartoons I'm watching or shows that I'm really into and stuff. But at the same time, if you tell me, things are going to happen in this episode, I'll just be like, oh, okay, fine. It's a TV show. I'll just
Somebody
go online
wants
and watch
me to
it
bring
now.
up the soundboard thing. What soundboard thing? What are you talking about? Judging by the silence from everybody here, nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about. The soundboard thing. What soundboard thing do you want? Good Lord. Anyways, since nobody knows, fuck him.
I think they just want a soundboard, through OBS, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah.
The show needs a soundboard? Oh, you're talking about, honestly, if Schmeckel hardwired his internet, he'd probably be able to run OBS himself. Puppy!
This is the puppy that they're asking for, that the bitching witch wants. It's a good boy! She deserves this puppy.
Yeah, he's a shelter dog too. Why are they asking for so much fucking money?
Is too much for a shelter
I think it's
dog.
because of the breed of the dog. Apparently, it is two kinds of breed, which doesn't make any sense because only pure breeds are supposed to be that goddamn expensive.
Well, it depends what breeds. What's the mix?
It's a golden retriever, isn't it?
Something golden retriever. Maybe it's mixed with a lab. Golden lab, golden retriever mix.
She said what it was in the chat. Let me go ahead and take a look. They paid for him.
There's somebody in the chat asking if you're gonna go see Faith.
Faith? Oh, they're making a movie out of that, aren't they?
I guess so.
No, I'm not gonna give them any money. I'll just wait until it's on Netflix or something.
I do that with stuff I don't want to support too. I just
I
steal
don't
it
want to
later.
support that.
I
That's like
steal it
social
later.
justice horseshit. Yeah, I'm not supporting that. Fuck no.
It's a
Steal it
special
later for the
interest puppy.
walls.
He's half Afghan Hound and half Great Pyrenees.
Well, that's an
Yeah.
interesting mix.
There's a
That's
mutt.
really expensive though.
It's too expensive for a mutt. I'm not
Yeah,
saying there's
yeah.
anything wrong with mutts. I love mutts. I
Mutts are
have shelter-
cute.
Yeah, they're cute. But $600 for that? Come on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like puppy prices. Hey, he's not even a puppy. He's like a year old, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Well, yeah, but even a year-old dog is still considered a puppy because
Yeah, but they're not a puppy. You know,
Yeah,
when
not-
you
they're not a real puppy.
they're not all little and in their cute, adorable baby stage.
They're not
They're
costing
fully
$600.
grown. They're
Oh.
full grown.
all dogs are puppies. I will have none of your
true.
fucking blasphemy.
It's true. They are all puppies.
It doesn't
That's
matter
right.
how old the damn dog is; it's still gonna want to play with you.
Oh, see, okay, it's the breed, and they want the money back for neuter and treatment for something. Parvo. That makes some sense.
I can
I
understand.
guess,
that,
but
but
they're never gonna adopt him. So what are they gonna do? Euthanize him if they can't adopt him out? They won't adopt a dog. That's expensive.
That's usually how these things go. The dog will eventually get too old. Nobody's going to want to adopt it. If nobody's going to want to adopt it, eventually they're going to have to euthanize it, no matter how many times they've taken it to the vet to have it treated for this and that, which is one of the reasons why breeders piss me the fuck off when they go this route.
Yeah.
You're the one who spent
They're
the
being
money.
fucking greedy.
It's like you're the one who spent the money to take care of this puppy so they can actually continue living, so you could make extra money off of the breeding and all that stuff. Fuck you for wanting reimbursement for shit you should have been doing anyways.
Well, this is what I mean. If you just wait for a little while, I bet you if nobody else adopts that dog, they're not going to euthanize it while there's somebody waiting to adopt it. I'd put your name in and just be like, yeah, if you don't adopt it out for $600, I can afford to give you. Tell them what you can afford to give them.
Yeah, you could even meet them halfway and say like, 300, or even go as far as 350 and say like, I could do 300 or 350 for it if you want. Fuck you otherwise.
Yeah, I make an offer and be like, this is what I can afford. If you don't adopt it out for the $600 you want, can you just call me?
Yeah.
Because they'll only sit on it for so long before, right? So
It costs money to, feed them and clothe them and house them and whatever.
yeah, every day they keep her, they're losing money. So
It's
That's a
liability.
lot.
It's a
Brunian's
That's a lot.
actually kind of getting triggered on this because he's like 600. I adopted a pure breed Pibble. I don't know what breed that is.
cool.
For
Pitbull.
$125, and that covers her shots and getting her fixed.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how much it should cost. You don't $600 for that.
I think it's because this is a independent breeder and not someone who's associated with like
Or the APC.
Hang on. It's a no-kill shelter. The sister was adopted for the same price. They adopt out puppies and small dogs for high prices all the time. Okay, I go to a different shelter then. If they're just gonna sit on her until they can adopt her out for
Don't
$600
support
bucks,
them. Yeah, don't support
Yeah.
them. Like, I know it's sad the dogs are gonna get put down, but don't support these people.
It's a
and then put them
no-kill
out of business.
shelter.
They
Oh,
say
no
it's
kill
a
shelter,
So
no-kill
they'll just keep
shelter.
it forever. Okay.
Yeah, they'll just keep it forever until somebody does. So
I don't believe the so-called no-kill shelters because you know that they've probably got some fucking dead dogs in the back somewhere. It's unfortunate, but basically they will put. It's just like saying we're a non-profit law firm. Bullshit.
we have another question from somebody. Psycho in the chat wants to know what Ian thinks of Brockus eating dog poop.
God damn it!
What?
Damn
Did
it.
you really actually eat dog poop?
I don't want to fucking talk about this, Psycho. Fuck off.
Why would you eat dog poop? First of all,
I was
For the
drunk, I was
monies.
desperate for money, and I fucking did it.
Why?
He had shitty friends, and he was desperate for money.
When was this?
So
When was this? Were you a teenager or something? Was it 10 years ago?
This was years
Oh.
ago.
Okay.
Like, I think I was maybe 25, 26 when it happened. Something around that
You
time.
had shitty friends. Yeah. You had
yeah,
awful-
you had shitty friends. That's not nice. If you
Yeah.
needed money, that's not nice. But
These are
yeah.
the same friends that shot me in the dick with a bottle rocket while I was trying to take a piss.
Every
Terrible.
time you tell me that story, I just get upset.
Terrible friends. They're not your friends. They're just using you. Using you for
Why
the
a
lulz.
bottle rocket? Those explode.
I think that was the point.
No, that's awful. Anyways, way to go, Psycho. You made him shout. Good job.
I can enjoy people wanting to troll me in the chat and everything like that, but if you keep bringing up that one subject, dude, I'm not gonna like you anymore.
It's never gonna die, man. The more upset you get, the more people bring it up.
No, that's fair enough. But when I stop talking about it, what are you gonna do then? That's the point I'm trying to fucking bring up now. I'm just anytime you bring up the subject, I'll just stop talking and I won't give a fuck anymore.
Well, that's a good way to deal with it, I suppose. We should
I love Hideo Kojima. You know, he supports cosplayers, right? So he publishes like the models.
That was a segue. Holy fuck.
Yeah, like Death Stranding's coming out, so he decides to publish the models for the characters that are in the game, so people can cosplay as
only if they're the right gender and the right race.
Oh no,
right?
no, Hideo Kojima, he doesn't care about that. He's an old lecher. It's great.
Of course.
No. This is a male character. Yeah. It's Norman Reedus' character.
Again, he's an old lecher.
we got a $2 super chat from American Phoenix that says yell at him so he stops telling the story. It's sad. Brockus, don't tell the story anymore.
Okay. Anyways, no, actually, you know what I find funny about the cosplay community when it comes to shit like that, cultural appropriation, not being the right skin tone, all that stuff. Did you know that there was actually several years ago a very racist Japanese fucking YouTuber who would make video after video of amateur cosplayers in like the West and all that stuff, basically trying to push this idea that the only people that should be allowed to actually cosplay any character from any anime is Asian people. And
I remember that.
A variety of different professional fucking he used nothing but professional pictures with filters and stuff like that from Asian cosplayers and stuff. Yeah. And there were several other people making counter videos to that, one of which even showed professional Western cosplayers that are actually very well known in the cosplay community and stuff, showing white women portraying fucking characters, black women portraying characters, and so on and so forth. Basically, the cosplay community attacked this guy. Yeah. And pretty much pointed him out to be a racist. But unfortunately, his legacy now lives on because the cosplay community is becoming more toxic by the day. And it's shit like that that's fucking...
It's SJWs infiltrating the cosplay community. Most of the cosplayers I know are not. Yeah. Most of the cosplayers I know don't care what race you are. They're like, it's just community. It's cool. You can dress up as your favorite character. It's not even about race.
Yeah.
But SJWs, everything's about race to them. Everything's about gender. You can't have gender bender cosplays. It used to be fine.
Everything's about race to an SJW because SJWs are fucking racist.
People, you know, I remember back in the day when I was leaning left and everything. People even in my group, right, the SJW group, before they went fucking crazy, they were fine with gender bender cosplays. They were fine with it. They were like, okay, a man's playing a woman or a woman's playing a man, no big fucking deal, right? It's cool, whatever. But now though, you try cosplaying as a different gender, and suddenly everybody's fucking up in arms about it.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. None of this is helpful. None of this is helping anybody.
None of it's helpful. It's hurting the community. It's hurting the community.
We need man-fate back.
It's all to make to appease a couple of people who whine too much. Like you've heard about Rainbow Six Siege, right? They are banning the word nibba or negro. Like not even slurs, right? Not even slurs, just nibba, which is a thing that black people like to call each other. That's like the thing nowadays because they don't want to use the hard R. They don't want to say nigga, right? They say nibba. And that's being banned right now. And it's I played a couple of black people. They got banned for saying that. Like 30-minute bans. And if they were to say it again, it's like a permanent ban. Great.
I hope Fat has a screenshot of him basically.
All because they want to appease what? They want to appease some assholes. Why don't they just use a filter? Put a filter in the game where it blocks out certain words. No one would be opposed to that. You can disable it or enable it like, Overwatch does it. Overwatch won't ban you for saying stuff like that. And if Overwatch is not banning you for being quote-unquote toxic, why the fuck is Ubisoft doing it? Who's in charge of this thing?
Everything. Everything is wrong. They just infiltrate and make everything worse.
As Master Anon pointed out, basically anyone who is consistently making the argument about race, about sex, about anything, they're the true versions of what those words mean.
They are sexist. They are racist.
They're sexist and racist and homophobic. Did you see the Rose City Antifa. There's a Portland Antifa yelling at ICE officers. A couple of them were black, right? A couple of the officers.
I did.
Were black.
Yes, I
And
saw that.
Calling them the hard R, right? Using the hard R to call them, and they're doing it, yelling over and over again. Everybody was okay with it. They're all okay with it. They're all social justice wars, but they're totally cool with actual racism. Wow. Imagine my goddamn shock. People are clowns.
Well, this is the thing. They say, "Oh, look at all those people having fun over there. Let's go ruin it. Let's go ruin it."
You know what this is? It's taking the argument of I can't be a racist. I have a black friend.
I'm not included in that fun thing. I gotta ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like fun.
It's not inclusive of me specifically. I gotta go ruin it.
Every SJW in the world at this point has looked at some form of community, the cosplay community, the tabletop gaming community, the video game community, all that shit.
Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering,
Magic the
Warhammer.
Magic the Gathering are their evil, booby fucking playmats.
And they're looking at it.
They made Nintendo flatten Snake's ass, and I'm very upset.
Yeah.
They're basically
Why?
saying that looks like a lot of fun, and everybody seems to be enjoying each other. All that unison in one room. That's great. That's wonderful. It'd be a shame if somebody
Where's Snake's bubble butt? We all miss Snake's bubble butt. Meanwhile, everybody thought people were going to be pissy about Samus having a flat chest, but no, everybody's just upset about Snake's
having a flat
ass.
butt. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, that's because Guy Butt's awesome. Fix it.
I would be pissed off if they actually destroyed the comic book's greatest ass in history.
They did.
Which belongs to Dick Grayson, by the way. Nightwing is renowned for having the best ass in all of comic book history. It is brought up in topics randomly throughout DC comic books by characters who have barely even seen him. Starfire has mentioned it multiple times in the comic books when she and Dick were actually still dating and shit. And even Marvel has made jokes about it with characters like Spider-Man and fucking Deadpool. And they're supposed to be legit jokes because Marvel actually acknowledges the existence of the DC universe, but DC doesn't know that the Marvel universe actually exists. Anyways, it's the greatest ass ever. And it's on a dude. These SJWs are going to ruin it. Watch.
They're going to ruin everything. Why can't men have nice butts?
They put, I forget who the fuck they put
just
on.
want everybody to be asexual.
One of the worst SJW
candles.
authors, right? One of the worst SJW authors in comics is now in charge of Spider-Man. Why? You want to kill your sales? Is that what you want to do? Because people are not going to buy it. No one's going to buy his fucking book.
They don't read comic books anyways. They just want to ruin them.
Who's the current writer for Spider-Man comic books?
I can't remember.
Bring back Snake's ass.
I think it's Dan Slott. Okay.
Oh yeah, Dan Slott. He's fucking terrible. I hate Dan Slott. He needs the fucking guy. He continued the bullshit that fucking Joe Quesada started with Just One More Day or One More Day. I forget what the actual title is, but basically the one that ruined Spider-Man, that the Spider-Man fans pretty much lost their shit over because of how fucking terrible Spider-Man was handled and stuff. Again, as I've explained, Joe Quesada technically had a pissed off reason to do it. However, Dan Slott continued that fucking rhythm by making Spider-Man worse and worse over the years. Mark Waid just fucking destroyed Superman so horribly. I can no longer defend him in any form at all, because he super cucked the shit out of that character. Gail Simone is slowly ruining female characters throughout comic books because she's pissed off at the community for basically saying, maybe stop giving in and pandering to people that don't even buy your comic books. It's fucking pathetic.
Some of these people are so bad that when Steve Ditko passed on, right, a few days ago, they celebrated it.
I swear.
No. Yeah. I hate that. I really hate
so
that.
Disgusting.
Yeah, they celebrated the death of somebody that helped create the thing that they apparently, celebrate and enjoy on a daily basis. It's disgusting. Yeah. Absolutely disgusting.
It's cruel is what it is.
It's fucking evil.
Someone legitimately fucking argued on Twitter, and I don't remember exactly what the topic was, but they actually mentioned something to the effects of, you say that we're not fans, but really we are fans. And my response to that was a retweet where I said, if you're really fans, why are you constantly trying to change the thing you claim to be a fan of? It makes no goddamn sense. You're obviously not fucking fans, because the whole why can't Spider-Man be black or why can't Peter Parker be black kind of thing is stupid, because we've all known Peter Parker has been a white kid since the 60s, since his inception, since Steve Ditko drew him that way. That's how Spider-Man has always been. And you were his fan even though he wasn't black. Then we got Miles Morales, and that wasn't fucking enough for you people.
No.
They want to rewrite. They want to rewrite characters. They don't.
It's like when they made Iceman gay, you know?
Like everybody wants to make Link a fucking woman instead of just having Zelda have her own adventure. Like it doesn't make any sense.
They claim to be super fans of these franchises or whatever, but they're clearly, it's like I say, you're not a fan at all. If you're all you're going to do is whine and bitch about the property or franchise you're apparently a fan of, you're clearly not.
What's about that is Zelda is this technically immortal being that is far more powerful than Link has been or ever will be in the actual stories because of the feats that she's actually achieved, like holding back the greatest evil that the world has ever known.
She's always doing.
Yes.
Like.
G. Willow Wilson, who made the Muslim Wonder Woman, Muslim Miss Marvel, is doing Wonder Woman now.
Ah, fuck, it's gonna die just like the MRA one almost killed it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, DC actually went ahead with a project that failed miserably and got canceled after its third fucking issue of Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor. Basically, the concept was a super feminist, super cucked version of the two characters where the main story is actually focused more along with Steve Trevor being a male feminist. And in the very first issue...
Is he a rapist?
No. He gets captured
not a male feminist.
That's not a male feminist.
No.
Anyway.
He gets captured by MRAs, and they didn't even hide this because he literally, in his own internal dialogue, says that he was captured by disgusting MRAs. And on their vests... On their bulletproof vests, on the back and front, they have the fucking 3 letters MRA, and it's fucking ridiculous. Wonder Woman then comes in, beats the shit out of all of them, saves Steve Trevor. They eventually, later on in the comic book, they go and have a conversation at a bar where the two of them are talking about their relationship and stuff, and there is fucking Steve Trevor yet again being Steve Shives and talking about fucking feminism. It was so horrible and rejected so badly that after its third issue, I believe it was the third issue, it was immediately canceled.
Good.
It was slated for 6, but they canceled it halfway because no one wanted it. It got next to no sales. It didn't even get illegal downloads off of illegal fucking...
It probably got hate sales. People that wanted to make fun of it and bought it.
Yeah, people like bound into comics, diversity in comics, they will buy a copy of it and then they will make fun of it and they'll get paid way more for doing that because advertising and YouTube and so on. Funny. Yeah. It's like free material for them. Free material for me. I mean, I wrote about these sort of shitty comics, and I would buy these episodes or whatever, these chapters, and read them, and be like, "Wow, this is so bad. I'm going to write about it."
I actually was going to start doing stuff like that too, where I would pick up comic books I know to be bad, and then just.
I might have to pick up the new. Yeah, I might have to pick up this new Wonder Woman just because I know it's going to be a fucking rotten piece of shit, right?
Dude, I tried reading the X-Men Red series because it was one of the things that they had done shortly after the Phoenix Resurrection story arc, where now there's 3 Jean Greys.
Oh,
not even joking about that.
Why?
But
oh god, I'm glad I stopped reading.
But
I have to shame everybody who's speaking French in the fucking chat.
What?
God, get out of here!
I have no idea what the hell any of you are saying.
Everybody's speaking French in the fucking chat. It's disgusting.
Fucking Canadians.
It's filthy and fucking disgusting. Stop it.
Oh, wow.
Especially if you're speaking Canadian French. Oh god. Don't.
That's sad. But no, I actually was picking up and reading X-Men Red because I had hope for it, because I thought that since C.B. Cebulski was the one who pushed forward with the the Phoenix Resurrection series to essentially help fix the X-Men stories and everything like that and alter things, I was hoping that Iceman would eventually stop being gay, and it was discovered that Jean Grey was legitimately fucking with their heads, because this version of Jean Grey is actually an alternate cunt. Something along those lines, right? Because they confirmed their alternate versions of themselves and so on. And then, I thought it was just going to fix it. No, it got worse.
Yeah, of course
it only got worse. I stopped after issue 3 because I was just like, I can't take it anymore. This
I don't understand these people. They make these comics which are canceled after a season. Sometimes they're canceled mid-season, and then they give them another job. They tell them go ruin something else, and they ruin it, right? Like what's his face? Not Ungai Kroll. What's the fucking dude's name? The one who wrote the Black Panther, the latest one, the SJW Black Panther, which is basically Black Lives Matter. He's on another thing now, you know.
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
he's in Captain America or something.
They just sweep their shit under the rug and send them off to do another thing.
no.
He's gonna ruin the next one, you know.
Yeah.
He's going to ruin the next one. I absolutely agree with that. But
They need better writers.
Here's the best part. CB Cebulski came in because he was supposed to fix Marvel. He didn't fix Marvel.
Yeah.
He actually made things worse. Here's the twisted part. There were five.
It's out now.
Five comic book characters who had their own individual comic books whose series was canceled several months ago. They finished them up like I think 2 months ago, actually, but they were canceled. They were not supposed to go beyond a specific issue. But guess what ended up happening? West Coast fucking Avengers, every one of them has come back and are now in that book being written by one of the people that was technically fired from one of the other books.
Yep. The West Coast Avengers look so bad, dude. They're all like pro Antifa. They have Antifa symbols on them. It's like, come on, you're wearing your goddamn politics in your sleeve. It's not what comics should be about.
What's twisted is when fucking America Chavez came into the comic books, she was actually just a hot Latin chick with no sexual orientation. Later on, they decided to make her lesbian. Okay, fine. She's really powerful. She was really interesting as a character, but then they decided to fucking ruin her in her individual run. And they kept pushing it and saying, well, it's because this whole thing is written by a Mexican woman. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make it fucking good. That's also making it worse. Somehow, you trying to push that part of who's writing it is making it worse. I don't know why. I don't know exactly how
they had to get a Latinx transgender writer for it.
Brock,
it's fucking pathetic.
It's because it reveals an agenda. That's why.
Yeah, they want to win points at Tumblr, even though Tumblr's not actually buying their comics.
Oh.
Well, yeah. That's the thing is they're pandering to an audience that doesn't exist, and that goes for comic books, film, video games, you name it. That audience barely exists.
They just alienate their own fan base. They just alienate the people that are actually buying and reading and watching their media. And nobody new comes in. They think they're going to get this influx of the SJW crowd, but they're not.
They do get an influx for a week or an episode or an issue.
Yeah, but they don't actually like this shit.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read 2 comics and support the thing I've ruined, and then not read them anymore because I don't actually enjoy comic books. I just want to ruin everything. I want to ruin your fun, and then I don't want to participate anymore.
The sad thing is I actually was a fan of a lot of these characters that have been ruined. Domino is currently being ruined because her name is Nina Thurman. She's always been a white chick in comic books. Every single fucking issue, they have portrayed her as a white chick with mutation and all that stuff. But now Gail Simone has decided to take fucking Domino, and basically now Nina Thurman is nothing more than a black chick whose mutation turned her into a white chick. That is what Gail is currently fucking doing.
Ruckus!
What is Gail doing? Wasn't she good once upon a time?
She was, and
Ruckus!
Then she turned on the fans. I know. I actually got a Streamlabs from my own individual Streamlabs. Mr. LM002, you wonderful, wonderful human being, gave me $20. Fuck France and fuck Quebec. The French are just a bunch of cocky assholes who act like they are better than everyone until they get invaded. When they surrender ASAP and play the victim, then go back to being cocky after their asses get saved, rinse and repeat. This is actually a very true fact.
Fuck the French.
The French have not been badasses since the Revolutionary War when they
we can all come together and hate the fucking French.
Well, to be fair, the French are responsible, but at least partially responsible for American independence. If it wasn't for their support, right, their the expeditionary force plus their man of war taking out the British, the Americans wouldn't have independence. So
they ruined everything.
Well, yeah, but look at the French history. They started a 100-year war because Britain wanted fucking all of France because the British believed that France was entitled to them. Well, France said, no, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
The War of Roses was also fought between France and Britain because there was a half Brit, half Frenchman nobleman who was actually the next in line for the throne. But that's only because he was the only male that was next in line for the throne, and his half sister or cousin or something like that was actually deemed the official next fucking ruler of Great Britain, which caused that goddamn war. This is actually what Game of Thrones is based on, by the way, people.
Yeah, the War of Roses.
Yeah, and so it's just like the French have consistently done stupid shit throughout history and stuff, but I think one of the dumbest things the French people ever fucking did was turn on two of their greatest heroes that the French have ever had, Jeanne d'Arc and Gilles de Rais.
Yep. Well, Gilles de Rais was a pedophile, so...
No. Historians have recently come out to prove that that was actually not true. That
was it all a fabrication
history.
to ruin his reputation?
I'm just saying that when it came to this particular topic, there are a lot of historians that have actually shown more proof over and over again that Gilles de Rais was actually wrongfully accused of shit he wasn't even doing. That they claimed he was doing this.
You were actually... there's an article, there's a huge article on how he was... there is a movement to exonerate this medieval serial killer, right? He's a pedophile serial killer. Turns out he's not, right? Not quite.
He wasn't. He was just a drunk who was extremely depressed because Jeanne d'Arc was fucking burned at the stake because they claimed she was a
about this because I really don't.
I care about it.
Partly it is historical, yes, but it's mostly
they're interesting characters. They're interesting characters.
They really are. They really are.
Gilles de Rais and Jeanne d'Arc are really interesting characters.
Oh, they are. Oh, my God. I swear, I have a theory that Gilles de Rais and Jeanne d'Arc were actually fucking when nobody was looking.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I think that was one of the reasons why they wanted to get rid of Jeanne, because the fact that she was actually, like, not a virgin, and she had to be the virgin maiden and all that stuff, the holy maiden. So they ruined her character.
Neither was Mary, but that's okay.
Well, obviously.
History is unkind to certain people. Like, look at Marie Antoinette, right? Who was basically a teenager, and she never said let them eat cake. In fact, she was really nice, right? She was nice to the poor. But British slandered her. They slandered her. They were like, "Oh, she's just this out of touch socialite who doesn't care about the people. So y'all need to go kill her."
Yep.
It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda. Marie Antoinette was done dirty, so to speak.
She was done dirty like so many fucking people. And this is one of the reasons why I fucking really don't like the French, is because the French government is actually one of the biggest perpetrators.
Everybody's
of
booing
corruption.
you in the chat. Stop.
Who's booing what?
Nobody wants your history lessons, you guys. Nobody. They're all dead. Who cares? The people died. Did you know that? Back in the day, people died. People killed each other and died a lot.
War of Roses was a civil war, yes, but a French nobleman was actually involved in it because he was a half-breed.
Wait, why? We care.
Stop speaking in French, God botherer! You fucking piece of shit!
That's better. Yes. Oh, God.
I would argue that the 100-Year War was, in fact, a civil war, right? Because the rulers of Britain at the time were Normans, and the Normans were originally French.
Oh, yeah. It's not even just that. Like, most wars between England and France were actually wars of fucking relatives that were just feuding with each other. Oh. That's one of the things people tend to forget about history, is that there isn't much of a difference between the French and the British, because they were the same people at one point. They just split up, created technically different languages and so on and so forth. But they were essentially at one point in history one. And every single fucking British versus French war has been cousins fighting cousins.
Pretty much.
It's fucking annoying. And the only reason why we can even say that this is actually true is because you can go back and pay attention to how many times a British fucking nobleman was actually married to a fucking French noblewoman, and vice versa. It was the same shit over and over again. They hated each other, but they would consistently marry all of everybody's nobility between the two fucking countries. Actually, yes, a lot of nobility.
In some cases. Not all cases, but in some cases.
In some cases, like Marie Antoinette actually had no real blood ties to the royal family, which is one of those cases where...
Ruckus. Ruckus, tell me a source.
I just find it interesting to see people, shit on historical personalities with the wrong information, right? Look at Total Biscuit.
That's sad. See, that's
he recently
recent.
died, and people are shitting on him, shitting on his memory. And now you have this article in Forbes talking about how feminism has basically won, and how you need to make your peace with feminists. Otherwise, it's going to be written in such a way that people are going to call you a monster.
Yes,
And
you must agree with feminists, or they will slander you after you're dead and then harass your family.
the fascinating thing about that article in Forbes is like it's badly written, right? It makes the wrong arguments, but I can see where their author is coming from. Like, despite making a video basically bashing that article, and deserves to be bashed, mind you, I could have made her argument better, right? I could have been saying what she was saying without regurgitating the lies. It could have been a defense of Total Biscuit, saying that, yeah, basically, if you are on the wrong side of history, quote unquote, then, you are, if you have politics that disagrees with the mainstream, mainstream being feminists and social justice warriors, then they're going to lie about you after you die. And this is why it's important to counter it.
There's the opposite of that too, with historical figures, recent and further back. Look at Mother Teresa.
Right, she's classified as like a good person.
She's a monster.
Yeah, a fucking monster. Absolutely.
FDR, another one, right? FDR. Everyone's like, he's one of the best American presidents. No, he wasn't. He imprisoned like 100,000 Japanese people who were American citizens. They had no ties to Japan, and he imprisoned them anyway based on their race. Concentration camps, exactly. Yeah.
Most people are okay with that though, because they hate the Japanese in Japan because Pearl Harbor. They don't care.
Yeah, I know. Then that's racist. Now we know better, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like the 90s that people even knew that these camps existed, because it wasn't in the history books for decades. If you
they were in Canada too.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you ask anyone who was born, in like, I don't know, the 50s or 40s or whatever, ask them if they knew about this. They'll say, no, I had no fucking idea.
Canada had something worse. I remember my dad first reading about it in the early 90s. I was very young, and he just looked absolutely like almost distraught because all of this stuff he was taught. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It just all came to a head. It was absolutely disgusting, and yeah, people didn't learn of this until almost 50 years after.
50 years after. Same with Sherman, right? General Sherman. He's like one of the heroes in history. And yeah, he did a bunch of good things, but he also fucking razed Lexington. He destroyed, entire cities. He burned them to the ground. The guy was an asshole. And if it wasn't for, I don't know, Southern historians who actually care about their own history, we would be, regarding Sherman as one of the good guys in history. No, he wasn't a good guy. He fought in the Indian-American War. He killed hundreds of thousands of people. This is not a good person. He did some shit.
Yeah, the stuff happening to Total Biscuit's really actually quite sad.
It's more recent, yeah. So it and people knew him, they interacted with him. Yeah. And people are saying he's like that fucking article called him the Anita Sarkeesian of the right. The guy was a liberal. He voted for Hillary. He was very vocal against Trump. I mean, only for a while. After that, he stopped giving a shit so much. But he's not a fucking, he's not a conservative, all right?
Yeah, but he's dead, so
now it's like he's whatever they want him to be. He's a fucking golem or something.
People do that with pretty much everything because they don't want to be associated with somebody they consider a bad person. So they make up whatever the fuck they want to distance themselves from this person. It's
disgusting.
Well, yeah, when it's happening, especially to more recent people that like he only what did he die a month ago?
May 24th.
Yeah, it and people are still bothering his wife and doesn't he have kids?
Yes, he does. He has a child.
Think about his kids seeing this type of stuff about their dad. Like
they don't care about that.
That's so depressing.
Like his kid is on Twitter. I won't link it anywhere. I was talking to Nick Monroe about it, and it's like his kid's on Twitter. His kid sees all these things.
That's really sad.
Yeah. And they just lie about him. I didn't even like the guy's politics, but we were friends. We were able to put aside our differences. Because you know what? He's at the end of the day, he's a decent human being, and he can appreciate other decent human beings. It's not political.
Yeah. Well, honestly, Boogie, people demonize Boogie all the time.
too much. They demonize him too much. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine.
He's easily one of the nicest people on
He is.
anywhere.
He just wants to be nice to everybody, and
Yeah.
I mean that's his failing. That's his failing. I wouldn't recommend trying to be nice to everybody, but they take advantage of him. People try to take advantage of him. Now he's standing up for himself. You know.
Yeah,
You
some
notice that.
some people don't deserve the nice.
No, they don't, and he's learning that unfortunately the very hard way.
Yeah, yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
People are mean. People suck.
With Boogie, watching him recently with Ethan, I could see it on Ethan's face where he's just like, "Oh, dude, don't,
Yeah.
don't."
Poor Boogie.
Yeah. It's too nice.
Now the chat's going this way. Mark says it went from boring to depressing. I'm sorry.
It's hard not to be depressing discussing Boogie's recent things.
He broke his arm, didn't he?
Yeah,
recently?
he did.
How did that happen? I wasn't paying attention.
I think because of how heavy he was, maybe things are
unwieldy.
not as strong as they should be, and he'll be okay though. He'll be
okay. He's recovering. Yeah, he's recovering.
He'll be all right.
He'll be fine.
He's got his dog.
He does.
Got his
He
dog.
does have his dog.
You know.
Yeah.
So we just ranted about SJWs ruining everything for everyone for an hour.
Yeah, we did. Let's move on.
Oh no. Yeah, actually, Brockus didn't finish telling me what the hell's going on with Geek and stuff. I still don't really know.
Yeah, what's going on?
He's peeing now. So do you know anything?
Me? No. Not a fucking clue.
None of us know anything about the dramas. Brockus, come back. Actually, I wonder if he can hear us because he's got wireless headphones.
Oh yeah.
We're all in his head while he's peeing. Hey, Brockus, you hitting the bowl? Do you sit to pee? Are you sitting?
Do I make you nervous?
Hey, we can hear you.
Tinkle, tinkle.
I just seriously hope he can hear us.
That'd be so funny.
It would be. He's gonna come back and yell. No, okay. American Phoenix wants me to sing him a lullaby, and I refuse. I will not, sir, sing to you. His headphones do have a mic, Ray. They do. That's what he talks to us on. So, in theory, he could have taken us with him and talked to us while he was peeing. Godfather's still begging for cheesecake in French. Nobody likes the French here. Nobody likes the French. And you still can't have my cheesecake. Master Anonymous said no. He said no! Brockus, what did Geek do?
Geek, oh god damn it. Geek does what Geek does best. He spurgs the fuck out on Twitter. He spurgs the fuck out on Discord. He starts fucking taking people's conversations completely out of context by taking screenshots, not showing any context that might add to the conversation.
Just a troll, bro.
Other people are pieces of shit. Yet at the same time, he's like basically doing all the... He's not trolling.
It's just troll,
It's not a troll.
It's just a troll.
It's not a troll.
Why are you mad? It's just trolling. Why are you mad?
It's not trolling.
Why are you so mad? You have to be game. Wait, I fucked
Trolling would basically be me still fucking with the bitching witch about the War of Roses. Even though, as I'm looking up the information, she is actually right. I still don't count it as a civil war simply because they did get the Kingdom of Scotland and the Kingdom of France involved. Even if they only used part of their troops, still, that doesn't really count as a civil war. But yes, it really was a war between the Lancasters and the fucking York.
Who's the chick that said he bothered her for nudes?
What?
Geek Thulu. There was a chick saying that he pestered her for nudes.
Who does that anyway? Asking girls for nudes.
Lots of people. A lot. So many. So many people. Women do it to me.
Women send you nudes.
Yeah, they do. I have to tell them not to.
I actually now have to tell people, don't send me any of your nudes, because if you do, I will do exactly what Miss Anon does, and I will tweet that shit out.
Yeah, public shaming. Don't send me your dick. I'll publicly shame you. I will. I won't even be courteous enough to black out your screen name.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, if someone sends you nudes unsolicited, just
Oh hell yeah! I
and you don't
reserve
like
the
them or
right.
you don't even fucking know them, yeah, you reserve the right to fucking shame them publicly. Fuck them.
Exactly. I reserve the right. The women who've done it to me, because I know most of them, they get it one warning. But if they keep doing it, man, your titties are going to be everywhere. Don't do it. Everybody's furiously following me on Twitter now to get hopeful titties.
Just go to Pornhub.
I won't
Go to
do
Pornhub.
it unless, yeah, but I get titties from people whose titties aren't everywhere.
Oh,
Mhm.
rare titties. Okay.
Rare
so
titties,
Pepe,
elusive.
Yeah.
The titties everybody really wants to see. But yeah, what is it? There's free tits everywhere, and yet you want to see random fucking webcam tits from women on the internet. Why? I'm genuinely curious. Why?
Because we love titties.
Yeah, but why titties that don't want, like, you know, there's titties everywhere. There's free titties everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but there are some people out there that have done a great job of actually hiding their tits, but every once in a while there are pictures out there that show that, you know, they probably got some really good tits that you might want to actually see. So you go looking for them.
You just want to see everybody's titties.
Yes, we want to see everybody's titties.
Not
Yeah, but why
everybody's.
would you- why
Not
would you-
everybody's.
Yeah, oh yeah, for curiosity's sake, everybody's titties.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like certain people's tits that have actually been shown several
Laura
times.
Loomer.
Oh Lord.
I hope I painted an image for you.
Like, there's that one where you and Allie were arguing with some chick, and Vamp pointed out that Tonka said she had her tits looked like a busted can of biscuits.
Oh, that I laughed.
I couldn't stop fucking laughing. I was driving when I read that.
Laughing
and
got me in trouble.
I almost ran myself off the road. I was laughing so fucking hard.
the bitching which she's like, you've never doxed my titties. You've never sent me your actual titties. I don't think a picture of you in a bra counts as a nude. Plus, haven't you posted that publicly yourself? Pretty sure you have. Fuck you, Godbother, and your French. Fuck.
Why is the Godfather saying everything in French?
Because
Why?
I said fuck the French. So now
Because he
it's become talk French at the Anonymouses. He's really just desperate for my cheesecake. Because my cheesecake is delicious.
My cheesecake brings other boys to the yard, and they're like, "I've got diabetes." Damn right, I've got diabetes.
Definitely, if you hate my cheesecake, I made peanut butter chocolate cheesecake. It tastes like fucking Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh my god, I want it now!
Nice.
Stop!
Oh,
I'm fat.
Good.
I have a weakness to food.
It was so good. Chocolate base, peanut butter filling. Oh, delicious.
Oh,
Delicious.
oh, pit bull puppies. I want them.
I want pitbull puppies and cheesecake.
Oh, you know what I want? I want to actually. What?
What you want, fam?
I just
He wants cheesecake.
that threw me the fuck off.
He's just got cheesecake on the brain.
I want a fuckload of food that I have been craving for quite a while now, and I don't want to have to pay for it. But unfortunately, that's not in the cards. It's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. Like I have been wanting so much fucking sushi lately, but it's expensive, and there's only so many places in my area that actually has sushi. That's actually
You basically
good.
have to wait until you're working again so you can just buy yourself all of the foods.
Basically, yeah. And
Every
then
foods.
I've been craving so much stuff over at the Cheesecake Factory itself. Not just the cheesecake. That is fucking delicious. But there was a burger I had there one time that I'm just like, I want it. I want the burger. And so it's just like, I have to wait until I'm actually working again and have a steady paycheck to go to the Cheesecake Factory. And it's just like, every time somebody brings up food, I'm just like, I want so many things.
Master Anonymous and I have a place close by that does burgers and wings, and the burger's made of ground up steak instead of ground beef.
Mm-hmm.
And he hates it. It's too bougie for him.
What?
He likes cheap burgers.
Cheaper. Yeah.
Cheap food, cheap burgers.
Tell you
like-
what,
I like the
cheeseburgers taste
steak.
the best.
They
Cheeseburger.
taste good,
Yeah.
but this burger's pretty fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah?
It's ground up
do
steak,
like-
man.
It's true. It is. It's all. It's just ground beef, whatever. Shoot up beef.
It's so
I don't care
much
what you want to call it, but I do like a good, delicious, cheesy, greasy ass fucking cheap burger. Like I don't know what it is, but I think it's because of the fucking grease. But like the cheap
Probably
burgers
grease.
tend to taste fucking delicious.
They do. Yeah. Cheap burger.
They
I mean,
also-
cheap food is just good in general.
It is, but it also at the end of it, once you're done eating it, eventually you start to realize I recognize that taste, and that taste is regret because
Yeah,
then
you know
you
what?
end up shooting so much.
Honestly, if
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I will fight people that 7-Eleven pizza is gross as shit.
Oh, I've had 7-Eleven pizza. It
I've had
wasn't
it.
terrible.
Oh.
Bad.
No,
Well-
I could still taste the can in the sauce. Like
That was probably my problem with it. Was it?
I'll
It
eat
wasn't the
most
canned sauce.
Yeah, I'll eat most everything else from 7-Eleven. Like their hot dogs are good because you can't really fuck up a hot dog. Their wings are okay, like those boneless nugget things, but
Yeah.
the pizza is not good. And I see people buying buying full pizzas from 7-Eleven. I'm like, how do you do it?
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I don't either. My only
Weed.
problem with 7-Eleven was that the crust did not taste right to me. Like my issue was the crust. It was supposed to be a bit of that crispiness, but it wasn't really crispy. It was a little too chewy to be crispy. So it kind of gave me the impression maybe it was undercooked. No, it was cooked all the way through. The problem is it was shitty fucking dough, and it ended up also tasting kind of like it had melted into the cardboard and it absorbed the cardboard taste.
It's
like,
not right. Mm-mm.
It's not right. Yeah, there's a lot of problems with it, but it's
If you enjoy 7-Eleven pizza, how and why?
I don't really enjoy it. It's not bad, but it's not something I recommend for anyone. If I'm going to go buy cheap pizzas, I'm just going to go to Walmart.
Or Little Caesars, because Little Caesars fucking hot and readies are actually good. God damn it! Now I want hot and ready.
Race Jacobson actually brings up an interesting point. Here's a thought: if Geek Thulu was so bad, why are Ghastly and AP still buddies with him? Well, let me go ahead and explain this to you. AP and Ghastly stay out of most drama.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
They keep to themselves. They don't give a shit. Geek Thulu has never done anything to them, and they have never done anything to Geek, so Geek has not gone after them and shit. And even if they do side with Tonka, Geek has still taken a stance of, I'm not going to attack those who take Tonka's stance unless they come at me directly.
You're neutral, like Switzerland.
Yeah, they're basically neutral, just like how Magog was highly neutral when it came to the fucking the Jeff and Kraut stuff. Just like Poisoning the Well was highly neutral when it came to the Jeff and Kraut stuff. Nobody went after these guys, even though they were all still friends with Jeff Holiday.
I got in trouble just for being here.
Yeah, but that was with somebody who fucking does the guilt by association thing.
I got it from a few
fucking
people.
annoying. That's so fucking annoying.
It is. You know what? I'm here once a week, man. I don't know what you guys do during the week, but apparently it gets me in fucking trouble.
Well, he's a man.
Behave yourselves.
He's a man now.
He's a man now.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the biggest problems when it comes to these whole things is like sometimes people seem to forget that their beef isn't with the fans or the followers of other people or even people who are simply associated with somebody that just pissed you off. So they end up going after those people too. Tonka I've only ever seen Tonka actually go in on people that try to defend people he's talked shit on.
Yeah, because it essentially calls Tonka a liar, right? These people, they're trying to defend someone else, and they are calling Tonka a liar, and that's bullshit, right?
And they're going in on Tonka, so
yeah,
right
going on him.
Has the right to say something.
Absolutely.
And he goes after the people that are calling him a liar. He goes after the people he initially said are bastards, stuff like that. Like, again, Tonka and another streamer were basically criticizing Andy Worski. Tonka has, from the beginning, basically stated that he has not really been a fan of Geek Thulu. He has said it to Geek's face, and Geek accepted it. That was just how it was. So when they criticized Andy Worski and Geek Thulu and a few other people, Geek did not respond well and decided to start going after Tonka simply because he couldn't take the criticism. Geek doesn't like the criticism. In fact, Vamp has never liked Geek Thulu either.
No.
She's kicked him out of her own fucking Discord at one point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
He's a dillhole to me once, so I just ignored him pretty much.
I have no real issues with Geek myself. It's his actions lately that have been making me go, God damn it, Geek, stop it. Geek has no... I have no real problem with Geek. It's just his actions lately are fucking pathetic. He's using Zeus' fucking argument from a couple of months ago on the Metacast.
It's trolling, bro. It's just trolling. Just trolling.
It's not trolling. It's not trolling. It's being an idiot.
No, it's just trolling, bro.
There's an art to trolling, and I do not recognize his troll.
Trolling is an art.
Yes. People like people like our chat, like Bruni. Bruni knows how to troll the fuck out of me to get me to start yelling at people. That motherfucker, every goddamn time he sees I'm on a stream, he's going to say something that makes me mad. And it's funny because I always fall for it.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I don't let Bruni suck me in anymore. I wasted way too much of my fucking time arguing with him. And then I realized, oh shit, I'm being trolled. Damn it. I just wasted an hour.
Oh, even Will Honorless will troll the fuck out of me. Him and Bruni will work in tandem by feeding me fucking information that they know is wrong in geek culture, but they do it anyways because they fucking like to see me stir.
Watching you upset. Yes.
Exactly. And I fall for it every time. You sick bastards. Fuck you, Will. Fuck you, Bruni.
I honestly, I don't like what it does to my blood pressure. The trolls that go out of their way to either like hurt you or make you angry, it just fucks with my blood pressure. I can't do it. So I just ignore them entirely. Their whole existence.
Mm-hmm.
A Link to the Past is the best Final Fantasy game.
Ah!
I can't read.
He was handling my ice cream. I couldn't do anything about it. It's gonna bother me forever.
Oh no, I see you trolling, Psycho. It's just earlier you pissed me off by taking the trolling a little too far. You don't need to bring that subject up every fuck. Why are you now doing it in Arabic, you son of a bitch?
That's because I'm Canadian. He has to talk to me in every language.
Oh.
That's we're a melting pot, you know.
Well, earlier it was in fucking Japanese kanji.
Yeah, we have lots of Japanese people here. It's Canada, man.
Canadian land. But
if somebody finds a sore spot and makes it a point to drive a fucking hot knife into it to toughen you up, they're just a dick.
Welcome to Canada, where the only thing more colorful than our communists is our money.
Your money is so gay looking.
It's awesome. You're jealous.
I'm not.
We have purple money.
It looks like Monopoly money.
Yours looks like Monopoly money. Fuck you. Your shit looks fake. Ours looks fun.
It does now, and I think it's because we got a little jealous of the UK's fucking money and how they have their fucking portraits of the Queen on it and shit. And I'm just like, okay, we don't need to be the UK part 2, guys. You need to stop this. We left them for a reason, remember?
And Jar Jar was the best part of Star Wars.
Brockus learned to play Battletoads. Dude, oh my god.
Jar Jar was the best part of science fiction.
Too far! Too far!
Never!
Too far!
Why would you say things like that?
So bad. So bad.
I guess I should
killed
leave
everything. You should be ashamed.
This is the most dead air all night.
You actually ruined everything with Jar Jar. It was all fun and games. And then
it's a step too far.
I'm gonna make you wear the Jar Jar mask now.
Shit. Damn it, Psycho. Why did you have to say that?
Well, doing what?
If I'm a dick to you, it's because I like you and I want to make a man out of you. Now the song is in my head.
I'll make a man out of you.
Both versions, both the original Disney version and the DBZ abridged version, are now in my head playing simultaneously.
Sing it.
Pissing me off. I'm not doing that.
Do it.
No, dude.
Yeah, you have
to. Make a man out of you.
No! I don't even know what this is now.
Bitch.
Is this supposed? What language is this?
Oh God.
It's more Middle Eastern scribbles.
Yeah, it's scribbles. He's just putting shit into Google Translate.
Oh, of course he is.
Galork says, "Let it go, Brockus."
That one will never actually affect me in that way.
That shit gets stuck in my head.
No, anytime somebody says "let it go," if my mind starts trying to actually think of the song, it will immediately override it with fucking anime tits.
Let's
I've
get
trained
down to business.
That one. There's no fighting it. There are certain Disney songs that I can't fight against. My brain will.
I
never
really
be
hope
able
that
to
gets.
override it.
I hope that gets stuck in your head. You're gonna go to sleep. Let's get down to business.
Oh, trust me, I'm gonna get off this stream eventually, and I'm gonna fucking listen to them back to back, and it's just I'm gonna feel like a fucking retard because I have to listen to Disney songs now.
Disney's awesome. Fight me.
I'm not fucking gonna fight you on that.
I'm challenging all the peoples. I like Disney. I know they're sort of fucking, I know they're fucking up Star Wars a little bit, but you know what? I love Disney. I can't help it. I'm gonna go watch me some Beauty and the Beast and cry about what they've become. Actually, all the animated shit they come out with is still awesome. Moana was good.
Yeah,
like way better than I was expecting it to be. I didn't think I'd like it. Actually, I didn't think I was gonna like most of the new stuff, like the Princess and the Frog and stuff, but no, they were enjoyable, very enjoyable.
Oh man, my favorite song from that movie has got to be Friends on the Other Side. I don't know what it is about that fucking song, but like I was hyped. I was rooting for the villain at that point. I was just like, no, I want this motherfucker to kill them. Yes! As soon as he said, "Are you ready?" I was like, "Yes, I'm ready, motherfucker. Bring it."
I could just see. Seriously, why do I have an image of you sitting in footy pajamas in front of a TV, cheering for the villain? Just rooting for the villain.
I would love to get some like skull a skull onesie with the footies and shit like that, and actually make a video of me watching that. And it's just all it is just me on a couch, and you can hear it in the background, and it gets to the fucking chorus and everything like that. Once it gets to "Are you ready?" it's just me getting super fucking hyped, like "Fuck yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this."
Seriously, we're gonna have to sew a couple onesies together to make one that's gonna fit you.
That is actually very accurate. There is not a single just preset fucking onesie or overall.
They just keep getting wider. They keep getting wider, but not longer, and you are tall and wide.
It's sad because I need to go to the big and tall section, but I need bigger, taller. It's the most sad thing I have to experience because I used to, when I was 15, 16 years old, my mom had to actually buy fucking bigger, big and tall clothing from like certain stores and shit. So it kind of made me feel upset. I was like, wow, that's actually, I'm fucking so huge. I've outgrown regular clothing. But then I kept growing, and now it's just like I can't fit in most things now. It has to be either custom made or it doesn't fit right.
You gotta go to the big and tall store and ask for both.
Yeah. I need
one order of both, please.
I want the opposite of the Ian Miles Chong, please.
I'm so upset. Somebody Psycho brought up Grave of the Fireflies, and now I just want to cry. I want to crawl under the desk and cry.
Let's watch two war-starved children starve to death in a cave. War-torn children.
No!
Great family fun.
No!
Somebody has been trying to, and I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to give this sick bastard that I actually like, God damn it, the attention for it.
Oh.
But somebody has been consistently trying to fucking trigger me with highly emotional shit in anime, and I'm just like, don't do it.
What's that?
I'm not going to say who it is, but every once in a while, I get a DM or I get a tweet, and it's usually like, the Edward thing from Metal Alchemist. But recently somebody tried hitting me with the Firefly one, and I was just like, you motherfucker.
You know what the best one is?
Are you talking about me? Because I just did both of those things to you.
No, I'm saying on Twitter. It's another anime fan who actually hit me after a certain stream. They tried to trigger me on Twitter, and I was just like, I'm not going to give you that satisfaction.
Oh, by the way, Will, I agree. There should be a Disney movie where the villain wins. Just to fuck with all of our childhoods.
Wait, Psycho brings up Beauty and the Beast because Emma Watson lived at the end.
Oh, the live action one, yeah.
I was gonna say there is a Disney movie where the villain wins at the end. The Beauty and the Beast remake was a fucking story about two villains winning at the end.
Do you want to know what bothers me a lot about that? Is that they're doing a really fair job with these live action ones. Like the Jungle Book was awesome.
That was really good.
I didn't
It was
see that
awesome.
one.
I
Is it
wanted.
good?
Yeah, it's awesome. I thought it was going to be awful because whenever they do like live action remakes of classics, they're usually garbage. But no, it was great. I think we bought it.
Christopher Walken was so
Yeah,
awesome.
it was
man.
awesome.
I want to be like, yo. Oh my god, no.
It was awesome.
So good.
It was awesome. So
Probably
I'm
frightened
hoping.
a lot of children.
Oh yeah, probably. I'm hoping that the Lion
Yes, he
King,
does.
the one they're doing right now, gets back into them being good because
Why?
the Beauty and the Beast was just upsetting.
Beauty
Did you
and the
hear
Beast
the
is such-
fucking? Oh, did you hear what they did to the song?
I watched it. I watched
Oh,
it. I know
God!
exactly what you're talking about. I was
Yes.
raging on Twitter as I was watching it at like fucking 3 and 5 in the morning. I can't remember what time it was. I was sitting in my backyard watching this shit, and then I would pull my phone out, just be like, "Why am I torturing myself with this shit movie? Fuck! It started off bad."
You actually paid money to see it.
No. I watched it on a free website. I had
Okay.
to do some ads for a bit, but I was watching it on a specific website. There was no money made.
Oh no.
Yeah, I have to eat.
Okay.
Fair
Bye,
enough.
Ian.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks
See
for
you
having
later.
me on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Later. Bye-bye.
I like that we all just silently waited until he left.
But yeah,
You'd think there's more Canadians here. I cannot bring myself to watch it. It is one of my all-time favorite movies ever.
Beauty
It's
and
one of
the
those movies I watched until I ruined the tape as a child.
Yeah, I won't watch it ever. The same
No.
reason, essentially.
Yeah.
Never, ever.
I put myself through that remixed fucking version of the song, and I was so angry.
which song exactly? There's 4 of them.
The
that I think get ruined.
oh shit, I can't. I can't. Celine Dion did it in the original. I can't remember the name.
Oh,
Tale as old as time. There it is.
yeah,
That was
they-
gonna
they-
bother me if it didn't come to me.
they butchered Tale as Old as Time, Be Our Guest,
All of everything.
My What a Guy That Gaston, and what was the 4th iconic song from Beauty and the Beast that everybody loved?
The first song, isn't it? No, I've subjected myself to a couple of them as well, but
yeah, Quiet Little Town.
yeah,
Yeah.
Quiet
Which
Little Town was
probably my favorite song from that movie. Well,
mine is actually My What a Guy That Gaston. I don't know why, I enjoy it. But yeah, they butchered all 4 of the most iconic songs from fucking Beauty and the Beast. They completely ruined every single one of them with their shit visuals, their poor fucking dialogue and remixes, and it was so goddamn atrocious. I wanted to throw my fucking laptop because I was pissed off. I'm like, how do you ruin perfection? Like, I am one of those people that will sit there and say, no, the original Beauty and the Beast, even though I have my problems with the backstory, the movie overall is still fucking amazing. Still, when you actually look into the whole beginning narration, you realize that this fairy cursed a fucking child.
Yeah, he was only 11.
that's pretty fucked up. Yes,
It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, he was only 11.
But this movie, they supposedly fixed that problem, yet at the same time made it worse. Because then you realize the fairy is actually more of a cunt in this one, because she cursed not only the people in that castle, but the entire townsfolk and country itself.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You're going to let these people die. Like, basically, in the animated version of Beauty and the Beast, if the curse was not lifted, everyone would just stay as they are. They wouldn't go back to being humans, but they wouldn't die either. In the live action remake, they're gonna fucking die.
I gotta argue one thing with you. Unless they die as inanimate objects, killing them is way more merciful than making them immortal inanimate objects.
No, that's the whole point. It was going to transform them into the pure inanimate objects that they actually are supposed to portray. In
So
other
then
words,
they would be able to die.
Bastard.
They'd be able to age and die. Okay, that's fair enough then. Because seriously, being an immortal, undying, inanimate object for all eternity is far worse than dying.
That was essentially what the Disney version of it,
Okay.
or the animated Disney version was supposed to be, is they would just, Lumiere was just going to be a walking, talking, immortal fucking candlestick for the rest of his existence. That's it. But in the remake, in the live action remake, Lumiere legitimately turns into a fucking candlestick, and he essentially dies in that moment, but is very quickly resurrected because the curse had been lifted at that moment too.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. It was stupid. I swear, everything about that movie.
Well, didn't they go and make it all feminist too? She was the inventor. I've been meaning to actually ask somebody who sat through this pile of shit.
No.
They didn't make her the inventor?
No.
Okay.
They didn't make her the inventor, but they still did push some feminism with it, because how they did it was, she consistently kept pushing the concept of free thinking, especially as a woman, and the entire townsfolk kept trying to crush that and destroy it. There's even a scene in the beginning while she's in the middle of the quiet little town thing. She starts to try to teach another little kid, I think it was a little girl, how to fucking read. And some adult randomly walks up and tells her to stop that shit. Okay.
Okay, wait, but seriously, the original Beauty and the Beast, the animated version, they already kind of had a message like that because she was book smart, and Gaston was all like, "Women shouldn't read. There's no pictures of this book." Ah ha ha! Why'd you make it even more obnoxious? It was already there. There was enough of it, and then you ruined it.
That's what I'm saying, is they made it worse.
I hear Master Anonymous shouting, but he muted himself on his headset.
He's probably pissed the fuck off because it's like, the message was fucking fine in the original. Why would you ruin it?
Yeah, it was fun, and then they ruined it.
Never mind. Died. Fuck.
Yeah, no, dude.
God damn it!
It already had a positive woman message. Like, she was book smart, and that made her ostracized from all the bimbos in the town. It was already there that she was very smart, and why?
Yeah, here's another thing that they did. They added into a little bit of her backstory with her mom, because we never see her mom and such.
True.
They added into backstory with her mother and why she's not around.
Okay.
She apparently died of the Black Plague.
Okay.
On top of that, when they bring up her mother in a bit of exposition towards the beginning, again, this is right after Little Town, and she goes home, she's at her house, she's talking to her dad, and what could have been a very sweet moment where they don't actually bring up who they're talking about, but it's very obvious who they're talking about, when she says, like, was she weird like me, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They fucking ruin it, because the dad doesn't say, yes, she was weird. No, he says she was strong or something like that. Oh, okay. You couldn't have like put her mind at ease and say, yeah, no, she was a weird fucking girl. You just
Why wouldn't you say that you're just like her? That's the cute Disney thing that you should have said.
Yeah, they didn't do that though. They went that slightly different fucking route by pointing out she's such a strong, independent woman.
Man.
On top of that, instead of actually just alluding to the fact that they were talking about her mom, which was also very good, or would have been very good, one of them, I can't remember which one, I think it was Belle, actually says the word my mother or your mother. If it was the dad, it was your mother. If it was Belle, it was my mother, something along those lines. And they fucking ruined that entire great moment that could have been by doing the two things that they shouldn't have done in the first place. But, you know, they have to, because women's.
Dear God, please don't let them ruin The Lion King.
They probably will.
Hey, The Jungle Book was good.
The Jungle Book was good, but that was a fucking fluke.
Yeah, but wait, haven't they done another one?
They ruined Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs 3 fucking times.
Snow White, the first Snow White and the Huntsman was okay. It would have been okay if they didn't have Kirsten Dunst in it or whatever the fuck her name
Kristen
is.
Stewart. And,
Kristen Stewart, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That would have been decent if they had gotten a legitimate actress to play the fucking role of Snow.
Yeah, otherwise,
But no.
honestly, the movie wasn't bad. I've watched it a couple of times. Like, I don't hate it. One I really enjoyed was Red Riding Hood. I don't know what they called it, but it's actually, I own that one. I liked it enough to buy it.
I should bring up just about Snow White and the Huntsman. It's not technically a Disney film or a Disney retelling of that. So.
Yeah, that one wasn't.
Maleficent. Maleficent was the other Disney
Maleficent.
one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Neither have I.
Maleficent was the one that kind of started everything that, well, no, that's not true. Cinderella actually was. But Maleficent was the one that really skyrocketed the concept of the Disney live action remakes and everything like that by telling it from Maleficent's point of view and that she was the villain, but she actually had a reason to be a villain because she was betrayed, blah, blah, blah. And then the whole concept of true love, it doesn't actually exist with the obviously gay as fuck prince in that movie.
I gotta watch it before I can yay or nay it. But seriously, the Jungle Book was good, and we already have a live action Cinderella that's incredible. So Disney doesn't need to do it.
Are you referring to Ever After?
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
100%. There's nothing wrong with that one. That was amazing.
That was the first movie Master Anonymous and I watched together.
It is. We weren't even physically in the same room. We watched it online together. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched it on Skype together like adorable dorks.
That is adorable.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
there was a part missing though because we watched it on YouTube.
There was.
Yeah.
We stole it in parts off of YouTube.
So she's telling me what happened, and
I filled him in on the 10-minute part that was missing.
No, yeah, but Disney eventually did start off their live action remakes by, I believe, doing the Cinderella live action remake. That was the one that everybody was talking about before Maleficent. And then Maleficent happened, and then eventually Beauty and the Beast.
Have you seen Maleficent?
I watched Maleficent, yes.
Is it awful?
It wasn't horrible. It wasn't the worst thing, but Jesus fuck, it was so goddamn pandering. You could tell that this was clearly somebody who was a huge fan of Disney rewriting the actual story of Sleeping Beauty and changing it to be Maleficent to push this sort of narration of villains or evil queens or just princesses that were never saved. That was the whole premise of what Maleficent was. She was technically a princess who was betrayed, and she was never saved and ended up having to save herself. And then Aurora came along, and that was how she saved herself. She saved her soul by basically genuinely loving and caring for Aurora. Again, that little girl would have I actually take a lot of nostalgia critics fucking Doug Walker's points on this shit. That little kid would have died if Maleficent hadn't stepped in and actually done what she did. And it was fucking ridiculous because they basically made the three pixies that raised her to be the most incompetent fucking morons in history. Like, they have no idea how humans act or should act. Even
that was pretty obvious in the animated film.
Not necessarily.
Oh my god, did you see her fold eggs into the fucking... Yes, they don't know anything.
They didn't know anything about certain things.
They didn't know anything about anything.
But at the same time, they made it abundantly clear that they knew enough of human culture, about human biology, that they could actually keep Aurora alive from infant child to adult.
Oh, yeah.
Adult at that point was apparently 13.
16, wasn't it? Wasn't she 16?
Aurora, I think, was supposed to, in the original version, supposed to only be about 13, 14 years old. But in the Disney version, they aged her a bit just because, creepy. But yeah,
16.
In the original animated version, basically the Pixies knew enough to keep her alive. And Maleficent had no fucking, interference. She didn't even know where Aurora was. But in Maleficent knows where Aurora is. And she's actually the one taking care of Aurora the entire fucking time. She's the one who teaches Aurora how to become a more independent woman. She's the one who's caring for Aurora when the three fucking pixies aren't even looking and shit. And it's just... Again, it wasn't a horrible fucking movie, but at the same time...
Unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. It was just like, this was basically just a fan story that got made into a movie. and
Well,
approved
I
by
really
Disney.
hope they
That's
don't
it.
fuck up the Lion King because, I've seen some of the leaked pictures of what the lions look like before they're overlaid with CG, and they look awesome. So now I'm excited because it looks awesome, and just because it looks awesome doesn't mean the writing is good. And I'm all scared but excited.
I'm hoping because I know Donald Glover is going to be Simba. I'm hoping that he does not take his crazy into the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, recent crazy CS.
Yeah, the bitchy witch. She says in the original Sleeping Beauty, she was raped in her sleep and woke up giving birth. Yes, I know.
Actually, she was raped in her sleep. Apparently, gave birth while she was still asleep, and the only reason why she woke up was because the children were nursing on her.
Yeah.
Somehow, a freshly born child had the enough intelligence to crawl to their mother's breast and start nursing on her. Because that makes sense.
And it birthed without her pushing.
Yeah, it birthed without any interference from her. It just happened naturally. Like, you can clearly tell the writer did not understand the concept.
Don't understand female anatomy at all.
Really, not really. I think you could just chalk it up to, well, magical sleep, hence sleep.
Yeah.
Magical birth? I don't know.
Fairy tales don't adhere to anything.
They don't exactly follow a lot of rules.
Yeah, they don't really, have to follow rules.
Yeah.
I can't stop thinking about that fucking pixie folding eggs into the batter now. It reminds me of Opal.
I actually can't stop thinking about the battle of what color the fucking dress was supposed to be, because it was just pink and blue, and then it turned into this awful, horrible
It
mess.
should have been pink, honestly, for her.
For Aurora? Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Her color was pink.
Yeah, all the Disney princesses have a color.
Yeah, Aurora's has always been pink, even
Yeah.
if she was in most of the movie wearing a brown dress, black vest, and white shirt. That doesn't
Cinderella's
matter.
the same. Cinderella's color's blue, but she wore most of the time that her rags.
Belle wore blue throughout her movie, even though her
gold.
color is gold.
Yeah.
Mulan is clearly red.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Mulan's yeah.
9 times out of 10 with the Disney princesses, their colors, whatever they are wearing, I guess, when at the climax of the story or movie.
Typically.
So Frog Princess is green, right?
Yeah, Mulan was the only one that got her color at the very beginning of the movie when they were trying to set her up with a husband and shit. Like
Mulan doesn't really have a color.
Technically,
she sort of just has that outfit that she wore at the beginning and that she also wears at the end.
Will Honorless. Mulan is yellow. You're a bastard.
No.
But yeah, Mulan is one of the few princesses that technically doesn't have a color really assigned to her necessarily, because her costume change throughout the movie doesn't really set.
She's also not a princess. She at the end is not technically a princess.
Well, you could argue, since the
he ain't no prince.
What is his name? Show? What the fuck was? Anyways, the captain was actually the son of China's head general.
Yeah, but he ain't no prince, and they didn't get married. He was just there visiting.
Generals were still considered to be just as equal as.
Okay, but they weren't in love, man. They weren't in love.
Okay, fair enough. It's just, you could argue that she technically can be considered a princess, even though she's really not a princess. The same goes for Tiana, though.
Yeah.
Tiana isn't an actual princess. By the way, her color is yellow. And Tiana isn't actually a princess, because even though she was doing a princess pageant kind of thing with her friend, who actually was the technical princess of the town, still, she is considered a Disney princess, because why the fuck
Oh, yeah.
not?
Leia's a Disney princess now. Ha ha ha.
True. Her color is white.
They're talking about the original stories now. The Little Mermaid, the original screenplay for that's really depressing.
Or the story.
Genuinely fucking depressing. Because she's also a man. As far as I remember.
No.
No, it was a man
She-
who wrote it about a man he was in love with, but
Yeah,
couldn't-
it was a gay man about a gay. Well, no, somebody who wasn't actually gay, but it was a gay man who wrote The Little Mermaid. And what he did was, he put Ariel through some of the most torturous shit, where she gets her tongue cut out to get her legs.
Yeah.
Okay. And then afterwards, she is supposed to fall in love with Eric, or she was already in love with Eric, but Eric was supposed to fall in love with her, but Eric ended up falling in love with somebody completely different. And because the technical curse that was put on her said that if he didn't actually return the love, she would eventually die, she ended up turning into fucking sea foam at the end.
That's nice.
Right?
I love how Disney makes things like that so much better.
It's so sad.
I also heard really disturbing things about fucking Peter Pan too, but I don't.
That one is bullshit, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if it's true or not.
No.
That he's like ushering the souls of dead children. That's not true. Okay.
That is hella not true. No. The story of Peter Pan is actually depicted correctly in how it came into its existence with Finding Neverland.
Yeah.
It was legitimately about the author who lived next door to a single mother and her kids, and the little boy Peter was just this really sad kid. So this author decided to create a play specifically for Peter, and even made his main protagonist named after him, Peter Pan.
Oh, that's cute.
All of that shit in Finding Neverland, that is probably one of the closest true tellings of the actual creation of
I've never
Neverland.
seen that, by the way. I've actually not. I would like to.
It's a sweet fucking movie. You really, I highly recommend people go and watch it, because
Hook gets a lot of shit too, but Hook is an awesome movie. It's so
Hook
fun.
was fantastic.
It's it's super fun.
It was just a nice what if story, but it was so wonderful. And it's one of the movies that I loved as a kid. In fact, when I was in New York, visiting and going to Marvel headquarters, this was years ago before Marvel turned to crap. I actually, because I was bored, I couldn't sleep because I was still on California time. So, the whole jet lag concept. Yeah. I couldn't sleep. So I stayed up for a couple hours after my mom had already passed out and stuff. And one of the things that I did to help me go to sleep was watch one of my favorite fucking movies, Hook. I watched the shit out of it.
Yeah, Hook's awesome.
It was just fucking great. I ate ice cream. I watched Hook. I had
your footy pajamas.
I didn't have
to. Yeah, Robin Williams, I don't think has ever been in anything bad.
There's the most dead air.
Wow. No, it was because I just read what the bitching witch was saying, and I'm like, oh, okay. She's saying, backstories of stories. Lewis Carroll was a pedophile, and the guy who wrote Peter Pan was in love with the little boy. Finding Neverland was sanitized.
What?
I don't know if that's true. That makes it creepier, but still.
Citation needed, bitchy witch.
I kind of want you to send us some proof on this.
Also, everybody's upsetting me with Rufio now.
Oh, here's something that'll make you feel better. I think it was back in 2016, or maybe it was early 2017. Dante Bosco and the rest of the Lost Boys from that movie, the ones that actually had names and everything, including the kid who played the original, the child version of Peter Pan in Hook, they all came together on the anniversary of Hook's release and did a massive photo shoot for charity for children's hospitals.
Yeah, that was a few years ago. I remember seeing things about that. That was cool.
Also, did you see the live action Pan?
No, I never actually watched Pan.
It's good.
Yeah, we Little Miss and I watched that a little while ago, didn't we?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we did. It was on Netflix or cable or something.
It's surprisingly good. Either. It's so cute. Very good.
Which wants us to know.
I know. When you DM us the citations, I want to see this.
Yes.
I want to see this. The fat kid got to be the leader in Hook. That's what happened to him. He got to be the leader.
At the end, Tubbs, I think his name was.
Yeah.
He actually became the leader of the Lost Boys instead of Rufio, who obviously passed away.
Don't say it anymore.
But it was one of the sweetest moments. I cried.
I cry
I was a
air tube. Air tube, I cry.
Dude, oh! Here's another cool thing. A few years ago, when I was actually working at the Renaissance Fair in Southern California, a guy came to the Ren Fair dressed up as Rufio.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
I have a picture of him and me, and he handed me Peter's sword and let me actually wield it in the picture and shit. I will show it to you guys later.
Yes, please. That's awesome.
It was fucking great, man. It was like my childhood fucking came right back at me and was hitting me super hard. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so amazing, especially since I'm kind of dressed like an actual, like, well, it was mostly pirate themed because that was all I could afford.
Honestly, seriously, Race, you're on my shit list now. And Victor wants to know what IRL happened to the fat kid. So the actor, the child actor, I have no idea. I can Google it for you if you really want.
He was a part of the big photo shoot too, but he lost a lot of weight.
Well, yeah, I mean, he probably would.
Yeah, all of those kids except Dante ended up actually retiring shortly after their
Thud.
Fame.
Thud.
Oh, Thud. It wasn't Tubbs. Thud.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know if I can trust these sources just because it's from the Daily Mail. Yeah,
I'm not gonna read anything you post anymore, Race. You're on my shit list. I don't see you.
I've seen some pretty wrong stuff from the Daily Mail in the past, which is why I don't know if I can really trust that article.
Well, no. What are their citations? Did they provide any?
I didn't actually read it. I was just looking.
Send
at
it
the
to
link.
me.
I think she's sending it to you now.
Send it to me now, bitching witch. Send it to me now.
But yeah. Again, if it's from the Daily Mail, I'm not so sure I can really.
You have to check their sources.
True, and I'll probably end up checking their sources just because, like.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. If you when you get articles from anywhere, you check their sources, and if they just source other articles, and their sources are just more articles, that's just a string of bullshit usually.
Yeah. I will say this much because somebody was doing partly the Rufio chant in
No! Tell them to stop!
Every once in a while when I go to an amusement park and ride a fast roller coaster, I will legitimately do the chant in my head. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Why do you want to do that to yourself? Does it make you sad?
No. Rufio was an amazing character.
It was.
Despite the fact that he had an unfortunate end at the end of Hook, he's one of my absolute favorite characters.
I know, but it's just
I even looked up to Dante Bosco because of that fucking movie.
Dustin Hoffman is a monster.
Dustin Hoffman is a piece of shit. Yeah, if I ever saw Dustin Hoffman in person,
I go up to him and go, Rufio.
How dare you kill Rufio, you bastard! How dare you! He just wanted a father like Peter, you son of a bitch!
He would be smacked in public, wouldn't he?
He would.
Probably.
I wonder if he has been. I wonder if his life was sad for a while after that movie came out.
I'm pretty sure Dustin got a lot of fucking hate after that movie from a lot of child fans because there are a lot of kids out there that watched that movie at that time and were incredibly sad because of what happened to Rufio and stuff, not realizing that, obviously Dante's still alive. But like
Rufio is a champion. He is a champion. We love Rufio. Fuck Dustin Hoffman.
It's the same thing with Gary Oldman after his untimely death in which one was it? Order of the Phoenix?
Yeah.
Gary Oldman got a fuckload of fan mail, most likely, from a bunch of people who loved Sirius Black and were probably just like, oh my God, I'm so sorry your character died.
Oh my God. Wait. Victor Rand in the chat says, I think that was my first time seeing a child murdered in a movie by an adult.
Oh, when Rufio was killed.
Oh my God.
It's a little disturbing.
That is, because if I really think about it, that's probably true for a lot of children.
You were very sad, I'm sure. Goodbye, Rufio, you lewd, crude, rude bag of pre-chewed food. Goodbye.
Oh.
Also, Race has done in all caps bangerang with the exclamation
Hell
mark.
yes.
I will occasionally listen to the song from Skrillex, Bangerang. On top of that, I will occasionally, in my head, never out loud because I don't need people fucking judging me, shout Bangerang before I do something stupid.
Well, that's appropriate. Are you reading her citations?
Yeah.
She hasn't sent them to me, so.
She sent them to you?
No, she still hasn't. So you have to let everybody know what she has done sent to you.
What she has done sent to me.
What she done sent to you.
All right, hold on. Let me go ahead and send it to you since I do have that copy paste fucking ability.
Let me see this shit.
Just sent it to you.
Bitching, which I'm gonna be very upset. I mean, I already thought there was some twisted shit going on with the whole Neverland, Peter Pan stuff.
I mean, come on. Some of his backstory is he cuts a man's fucking hand off and feeds it to a crocodile as a goddamn joke.
That's a kid would do something like that.
Yeah, a kid would do something like that, and that's pretty fucking sadistic. And then, like, he's laughing in the animated Disney version. He's laughing when the mermaids are trying to fucking flat out murder Wendy. And they just casually say, like, we weren't doing anything.
We were only trying to hurt her.
Okay. She doesn't have gills, you bitches.
This article's kind of fucked up.
Oh, Will Honor.
Captain Hook did 9/11.
That's probably true. It's probably true.
Dustin Hoffman.
I know.
That's definitely a movie where you could never root for the villain. I'm glad I wasn't the only person that rooted for the villain in any movie before, though, Brockus.
Yeah, but Hook, seriously.
No way.
On. He killed children.
I rooted for Skeletor and He-Man. All the time. Because I always wanted Skeletor to beat that faggot who turned into Fabio. So
you got a giggle out of him. Good job.
Come on.
No.
Prince Adam wasn't that fat.
No, I like He-Man, but I like Skeletor more, so I always rooted for Skeletor.
No,
Captain Hook got eaten by the crocodile. Yeah. And yes, Rufio's ghost does haunt me. He makes me cry every day, all times.
No, I actually when I got older, I ended up rooting for Skeletor too, just because that fucking voice.
Oh yeah,
I can't resist that voice. I will get you next time, He-Man. Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. I hope you do, sir.
Oh yeah, him in the opposite side of the octave spectrum with Dr. Claw. Same with Dr. Claw.
I was gonna say I rooted for Dr. Claw.
I really started rooting for Claw.
Fuck too. That little bitch and her dog.
Yeah, Gadget was a retard, but yeah, the more I think about it, yeah, I kind of see it from Little Miss's point of view.
I've never been more annoyed by a protagonist in anything. Seriously, fuck that little bitch and her dog too.
Next time, Gadget. It won't be next time. You lie to me.
Yeah, Rufio's Tri-Hawk definitely beats out my Mohawk for sure. I wish I could cut my hair like that.
Dude, let's be honest. Like, people were kind of rocking the Tri-Hawk back in the 70s and 80s and stuff like that because of the punk rock movement and everything. But it was Rufio that really brought the fucking Tri-Hawk to mainstream and made everybody go, you know what? I want that hairstyle. That looks cool.
I want that Tri-Hawk. Give it to me.
Can I have red fucking hawks in my black hair?
I don't even need to dye it.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't. I would.
Well, yeah, but you have a fluffy man bun.
I don't have a fluffy man bun.
It is. This is a little fluffy man bun.
Stop calling it a man.
You have a little cotton tail. You have a bunny tail on your head.
Why would you do these things?
Because it looks like a bunny tail, so fluffy. I just want to go pat.
So what do you think the next Disney live action movie is probably going to be? They've already got Snow White. They've got Cinderella. My guess.
Well, Lion King's coming.
I know the Lion King is coming.
Well, that's the next one then, isn't it? Brockus.
No, the Lion King is already one that we already know is coming. I mean, what do you think is the one after Lion King?
It's not out yet, so it doesn't count.
Fine, let me reword the goddamn question. What do you think the next live action after the Lion King
there we go,
is going to be?
Mulan, yeah, I agree with Mute Ghastly. I think Mulan. Mulan would be awesome. If I would like to see it.
What Scarlett Johansson's going to be cast as
Black Cauldron. Black Cauldron won't get a live action remake because they're bringing back part 2.
I know it probably won't happen, but I want Lucy Liu as Mulan.
That's an old Mulan.
That will hella not happen.
I said it wouldn't happen because
I know that Lucy Liu will probably make an appearance because she's one of America's only best Hollywood Asian actors that we currently have who's female, so she might play the mom.
Oh, seriously, I'm looking at pictures of her. They could age her down. She could do it. She still looks so young.
My vote would probably be Brenda Song.
Oh, come on. 1 for Lucy Liu. 2 for nobody else, Lucy Liu.
You know they're not going to do it because she's too fucking old.
That's fucking ageist.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, there's another Asian actress I really like who's probably also too old. She was in the Geisha, Memoirs of a Geisha.
Oh, Zhang Jili.
Probably.
She was the main geisha in Memoirs of a Geisha.
No, not her. Not her. The older woman. The one who trained her in ways of the geisha. Michelle Yeoh.
Oh yeah, she's also too old, but she's in the MCU, so there you go.
But she doesn't look. They're Asian. They're youthful forever.
True, but at the same time, both Lucy Liu and Michelle Yeoh, along with Bai Ling, do not look like they're in their early 20s or even in their teens.
Come on, you could make it work. Come on.
Okay, Miss Anon, I'm sorry in advance. I just want to hear Brockus scream. You know they're probably just going to get Kelly Tran to do it, right?
No.
If
I'm sorry.
I will go down to Hollywood and I will set the entire studio on fire.
But she's not a bad little actress. It's not her fault that the writing for Star Wars made her like retarded.
She made me miss Jar Jar Binks.
Come on, that's not the actress's fault.
I know it's not the actress's fault, but basically for her to even continue to try to defend Rose Tico is fucking pathetic. I understand you kind of have to because of studios, but you don't got to go that hard on it, you fucking idiot.
Also, somebody said, aren't they making an Aladdin live action?
Oh, yeah, and that's had a fuckload of controversy behind it because...
right. I haven't heard about that in months because of... Yeah, it just kind of slipped under the rug.
Well, yeah, didn't they cast Jafar as a non-Arab and everybody got all pitchy and then they just kind of put it on the back burner?
No, it was Jasmine was actually being played by a non-Arab because she's Middle Eastern, but she's the wrong kind of Middle Eastern, and she's also, I believe, Mexican. So basically, because she's not Arabic in the slightest. They were fine with the non-Arabic Aladdin, but they threw a fucking bitch fit at the Jasmine character.
Huh.
Jafar wasn't even fucking mentioned.
I want to go back to crying about my Lucy Liu and Mulan never happening.
You're gonna miss out on that because it's at least 20 years too late.
No, come on, look at her.
You're telling me would do. If given a chance, would do.
Seriously,
I love Lucy Liu. She is fucking amazing. If
they can make a CG young fucking Johnny Depp, they could make Lucy Liu look young enough for this fucking role. Come on.
They're not gonna do it.
Why not? Hollywood, give me a Lucy Liu Mulan.
They wouldn't even do it with Michelle Yeoh and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. They gave that role to Zhang Jili, who barely spoke English to begin with.
come on.
Granted, Project Tiger Hidden Dragon was actually originally filmed in purely Chinese, but still.
I'd love a very adult Mulan, honestly. Like a not safe for kids Mulan.
I don't
Like
think they're
very,
going to do that.
very violent.
They're
I
not
don't
going to
see that happening.
I
Her
don't see
body's
that
blowing up.
because you have to realize if they go that far, then they might as well do the original version of Mulan, where Mulan lost the war and was taken as a concubine from one of the conquerors and shit, and ended up fucking dying because she committed suicide after being raped over and over.
Oh, I don't want it that adult. God.
I
want gore. I want gore.
You just want to.
I just want to see people. I just want to see fucking Huns get blown up.
You want to see Asians getting killed left and right, and you're a racist for it.
Hey man, Seven Samurai is a great movie.
What?
Sorry, you said Asians getting killed left and right. That's the first movie that popped in my head.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to go the Seven Samurais route. I was just like, oh, fair enough.
Well, Seven Samurai is one of the greatest films ever made. So.
It's true.
It was so great that they made a Western version of it back in
Oh,
what
yeah.
was it, the 70s or 60s, something like that.
Seven.
The Magnificent Seven,
Also-
which recently got remade.
Will's got a great idea. Mulan by Michael Bay. That's exactly what I want. I want all the explosions. I want everybody dying. I want bodies everywhere, and I want no story.
Megan Fox plays
yeah.
Mulan.
Oh no! Okay, too far. Too far.
Oh, they'll
Fuck
get a couple of whack job fucking soldiers that talk like wiggers.
I was in,
Went
and
out
then
right in the
now
middle of the
I'm
movie.
so far out. I'm so out. No.
Yeah. When that happened in the second movie, that's the first time in my life I ever walked out of a movie.
Yeah. Michael Bay would make an awesome 9/11 movie.
That there would be explosions for shit that don't need explosions.
Yeah, I know there's already live action Mulans, but I want the Disney Mulan live action with more gore, which I'm hoping we're gonna get because they gave us a little bit of blood in the Jungle Book, so we got a little blood, just a little bit.
I think the only real selling point for me for Jungle Book still is Christopher Walken as
It's
King
very,
Louis.
it's actually a lot more adult. Characters die that didn't die in the animated version.
True.
Spoiler alert.
I'm not gonna debate against that and stuff. I still enjoyed the live action Jungle Book movie. It wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed myself, but the biggest selling point for me was what I was not expecting. One,
Which
Bill
was
Murray
walking.
as Baloo. No, it was Bill Murray as
Oh,
Baloo.
Bill Murray,
Bill.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yes. And then followed up with Christopher Walken as King Louis, and I'm just like, yes, give me all this shit, damn you, yes.
I don't think they're gonna live action any of the newer films like Frozen or Tangled or anything. I think they're going classics, stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for a long time.
Yeah, they're going into the Disney vault for this stuff.
Yeah.
Anything that was made before 2004, I would assume.
I don't think they'll bring Aladdin back now, especially with Robin Williams' death. I think they may either axe it completely or it'll sit there for a long time yet.
It'll happen, I'm sure.
Once all the rampant SJW shit dies down a little.
I still laugh whenever somebody does bring up Robin Williams' portrayal of Genie from Aladdin, and eventually somebody brings up the whole. Did you know that that most of those lines from Robin Williams were actually improv? And I'm just sitting there like,
yeah,
it's Robin Williams. You can't not allow the man to improv the fuck out of the script.
No, they actually.
It's just gonna let him do what he does. Basically,
they did it backwards. They actually animated his lines after he ad-libbed most of it.
Yeah.
Because why would you? And also, this is something Brockus and I could geek out about Disney. Okay, there's a lot of fan theories about how the hell the genie knew all of those actors and stuff to do the impressions of them, that they're not
all the modern things.
Yeah, that they're not in the past, they're actually in the very distant future. And everything is a dystopian fucking sand tomb because of nuclear war. No. Okay, he's a genie. He can fucking time travel.
Yeah, actually, his power is legitimately breaking time and space itself, along with
Right.
wish granting. That does exactly that. The man, he reaches in. This is the idea of what the genie is capable of. He can grant any wish, except for the three rules, obviously.
Yeah.
He's able to reach into the fabric of reality itself and randomly pull out whatever the fuck he wants. A man like that is going to have omnipotence that makes God look like a fucking amateur.
Like, and it's not that he can't do any of those things either. He can, he just doesn't like doing it.
Yeah, he actually even specifies he can't kill anyone because he doesn't want to. He can't make anyone fall in love because it breaks the whole concept of free will and he doesn't want to. And he can't give you more wishes because he doesn't want to keep being a fucking genie for the rest of eternity.
He also doesn't want to bring back anybody from the dead because he doesn't. Because he can't, because he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to.
There is no actual wishing for more wishes thing.
That was actually a joke that came about later. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, it was something he brought up. Why didn't you just wish for more wishes?
Yeah, it was never brought up in the film.
Yeah, it's a joke that was mocked a lot of times because realistically speaking, you're being told you can get 3 wishes of anything you want. Fair enough.
I'm just imagining the genie's face now. Watching his face drop if Aladdin asked for more wishes.
Yeah. If you're like, oh shit. I didn't think about that.
Oh, damn it, Al.
Just like when he tricked him into getting them out of the fucking Cave of Wonders.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I love that scene. I didn't say I actually wished for you to save us. It's just, yeah. Well, now I feel sheepish.
Yeah, it was awesome. I didn't wish it.
It was
no more freebies.
Yes, that was great. I loved that part.
I miss Robin Williams.
I miss a lot of people, but Robin Williams is definitely on my top 5.
It's not very like celebrities die all the fucking time. I think I've actually shed tears for Robin Williams.
So did I. I was at work when I had actually found out the news, and the channel that we had to watch it on pissed me the fuck off because it had to be Fox News. But no, I was sitting down at lunch when I had actually heard the news, and then I went to fucking Facebook almost immediately after, as soon as I was done eating, and sure as shit, the information was everywhere, and I was just like, oh, I'm now very sad.
Yeah, that was a day ruiner.
I think that was a month ruiner for me. I pretty much was sad all damn month long.
Well, yeah, I mean the sad lingered, but what I mean is like that day was just garbage. Just the rest of it, garbage. Get up in the morning, go on Facebook, Robin Williams is dead. Yeah. Oh, okay, well, fuck today. Fuck today.
That was a bad day.
Why does life hate me?
That day every year, I'm just sad, and I don't actually know the date of his death off the top of my head purposefully, but you know somebody's always posting little memorials like, oh, it's been X amount of years now. It's just very sad.
It was incredibly sad. Like that was a day when I had to I think I had several discussions with people, both in comment sections on Facebook and shit like that. But I think it was in private messages. I wound up telling people Robin Williams was one of the people I looked up to as a kid, and one of the reasons why I even wanted to break out to become an entertainer. The guy, I found him so fucking funny in almost everything he did, and so fucking talented that I was just like, I want to eventually be like this guy. And I was so weird that I was basically Robin fucking Williams light. Most of my life, I would make random goddamn jokes all the fucking time.
I loved his impersonations.
Oh, he's the reason I even started doing impersonations. He's the reason I started imitating accents so fucking much.
And of his more adult films, what would you say is your favorite?
More adult films. Good Will Hunting.
Mine's
Good Will Hunting. Yeah.
The Birdcage.
The Birdcage. Yet another movie that I hadn't seen before I met Little Man.
Yeah.
I have to say The Birdcage is quite possibly one of my favorite Robin Williams movies.
What Dreams May Come for me. I only watched that movie once, but I don't think I could ever bring myself to watch that fucking movie again. Not because it was bad, but because holy fuck.
Like, I can honestly understand why people would have a problem with it. It's like, that's not how heaven works, or that's not how heaven should work, blah, blah, blah. Get it, whatever. That's not, you don't think that's how the afterlife works. Cool, whatever.
It's a movie.
You can have your little pissing corner of fucking bitchiness and everything like that. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to weep like a fucking child again because, god damn it, that movie made me cry.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of...
Awakening.
Yeah, I was just going to say, speak of weeping.
Yeah.
The Awakening. Good lord. Like, I would call that my favorite, but it's so depressing. It's really hard to watch.
Yep.
Have you seen that one before, Brockus?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, you must educate yourself.
Victor Rand is saying,
Good Morning Vietnam.
I haven't seen that.
No, it's good stuff.
There's one other one. Patch Adams.
Oh,
people
fuck!
hate that movie, but I like that movie.
Patch Adams is such a good movie.
Patch Adams made me laugh and cry, and I was mad at it for doing that.
Seriously, Brockus, you want to feel like dying? Go watch The Awakenings.
I guess I don't want to do that.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie. Oh, it's like Schindler's List. It's something I think everybody should watch.
Oh, Good Morning Vietnam. That was a good one too. I loved it. But I kind of want Victor Rand to actually elaborate on what he had said earlier, because apparently he said there is one thing Robin did you can do, and it was directed at me, and I'm not sure exactly what he meant by that.
I don't know.
Oh, apparently slight chuckle.
What? What?
I don't know.
I don't know.
His only response after I had said that was slight chuckle.
All right. Okay.
I guess he meant there's one thing I can do that Robin couldn't. Slight chuckle.
Oh, make him laugh?
Just hang on it for a while.
Stop confusing the man.
I don't know what's happening.
Good Will Hunting is something I haven't seen yet, which I would like to.
Okay.
1 hour photo. Shit, Taro, I forgot about that. That's a good one.
That's one that I actually didn't like.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, I like that quite a bit. I've only seen it once, and that was when it came. I saw that in the theater, actually.
I think I know why you like it.
Yeah. I hate to admit it, but I don't hate to admit it. The movie didn't remind me either way. I'm not sure which one came first, but I thought about it years after, where these actors who you think are mostly comedic actors. I mean, Robin Williams was in a lot of drama films before that movie, obviously, like a lot, arguably, or probably inarguably more than comedies, but Jim Carrey in The Number 23 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just kind of turned their whole shtick on its ear.
Ashton Kutcher and The Butterfly Effect.
Yeah, well, essentially, yeah. So yeah, that was really cool to see.
Robin Williams that.
Was one of the that just cements further him being one of the greatest actors who ever lived or will live.
I think
for sure.
I think one of the reasons why that is because Robin Williams got what was probably best known in his early days from Mork and Mindy.
Yes.
So he starts with comedy, but eventually branches out into movies. And for some reason, he's consistently rejected for any single time he does a movie that isn't always a comedy that is actually serious.
Yeah.
Like Good Morning Vietnam.
I'm forgetting so many. Jack, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, these are movies that are essentially like, they're good. Jack was a great coming of age movie.
It's the curse of the typecast or the pigeonhole, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Jim Carrey, we understand. He started off as a stand-up comedian.
The Truman Show, for fuck's sake.
Truman Show was so good.
Oh, God, yes!
And Jim Carrey's stand-up comedy was really good, too. I still watch it from time to time. It was actually really fucking funny, but he was typecast after Ace Ventura, and especially The Mask. And then things like The Truman Show come along, and people didn't really like it at the time because it's not Jim Carrey being quote-unquote Jim Carrey. So
Truman Show is so fucked up. It's so good.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what it must have been like for him to leave?
Oh man, yeah, that movie disturbed me the first time I saw it. I was in my teens, early teens, I think.
I
or
was
just
young.
mid-teens, and
I was
holy.
young. It was on TV. And I saw, I'd seen Ace Ventura, and I was like, oh, I know him. Fuck, I think I was 10.
Yeah.
So that gives your child a really, really existential crisis. Dude, like, holy shit. Am I real? Is this real?
Yeah, so it turns out...
Did we really drive anywhere ever?
Yeah.
It turns out Victor was doing a roundabout way of telling me to kill myself.
Oh. You kill yourself. God.
No, one of the things that kind of actually upset me was because everybody hated Jim Carrey trying to be a serious actor, just like they hated fucking Robin Williams trying to be a serious actor, so much so that they didn't even realize how great the movie The Majestic was. I love that movie.
Oh, The Cable Guy.
The Cable Guy was fucking hilarious. Dude, if you don't love Jim Carrey in dark comedies, then you need to fucking leave right now. It's good.
So good.
I don't know anybody really that didn't love the fucking medieval times fight scene.
I don't think that Little Miss hasn't seen The Cable Guy.
No, I haven't.
No. Oh fuck! It's so awesome. It's one of the best dark comedies.
It's the dark comedy that really gave an actual viable opening for a lot of other dark comedies.
We're talking. Somebody in the chat, or the Bitching Witch, she just reminded me. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Beautiful movie. Beautiful movie.
Giant mindfuck, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's just somebody actually sent that to me and said, see, this is why you wouldn't want to erase memories. I'm like, no, bullshit. This movie had the opposite effect. Give me that technology. I wish I had that technology even more now.
Yeah, I love when movies do stuff like that, where they give you this idea of, like, wouldn't it be nice if you could actually do stuff like this? But then at the same time, they basically give you this, unintentional fucking other piece of that information saying, like, but even if you do eliminate this memory, it doesn't mean anything because eventually you'll just find each other again, or you'll eventually just repeat the same mistake. And it's just like, well, yeah, that's why you shouldn't have done it in the first place. The fuck are you trying to say? I don't get it. Are you telling me erasing memories is good or erasing memories is bad and pointless? What are you telling me, movie? I don't know what you're telling me.
I think it's up to you.
Yeah, either way.
Because she went through with the procedure.
She did, and
he regretted it.
Decided to.
Like, he regretted it. It's kind of an up to you type of thing. Race is in the chat hating on series of unfortunate events, and that movie's fucking awesome. That's like one of the first movies Master Anonymous and I watched together when he moved here.
Yeah.
I watched that with an ex of mine and was not happy. Me and her both walked out of the theater. She picked the fucking movie, by the way.
I enjoyed it.
But she and I both walked out of the movies just kind of, and I was staring at her like, you chose that. And she was just like,
you chose this. You did this.
You did this.
She tried to blame me on it, and she was just like, well, you should have said no. And I'm like, I'm trying to have sex with you. I'm not going to disagree with you on anything.
I like all the same shit you like. Let's fuck.
Did you actually say that to her? I really hope you did.
Yes. It wasn't those exact words, but...
I'm finna smash, fam.
That's...
Your head wasn't hanging low enough. I didn't hear it hit the floor, Brockus.
There have been
once again from the top. Yes.
Son of a bitch.
There have been several times in my past relationships where a controversial thing will happen. Like, they'll bring up a topic or they will argue with me. And it doesn't always happen, but at some point they will ask me, why don't you ever fight me on these things? And my response actually comes out instead of in my head, where I legitimately tell them, because I'm trying to smash.
I enjoy sex with you, and I don't want to piss you off.
and yeah, that's usually what ends up happening. Like, I had told that particular ex that I don't want to have fights with you because when we fight, we don't fuck. And when we don't fuck, I'm unhappy. So I'd rather keep fucking and be happy than actually piss you off and shit. And I swear to fucking God, when I did say shit like that to her, she would laugh her ass off, and we would end up having sex later that night.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's a good. Yeah. Seriously though, how could people hate on a series of unfortunate events? Is it because I don't know the source material again, so it didn't offend me? That's probably it.
I didn't like it because it just confused the shit out of me. A series of unfortunate
It's supposed
events,
to be confusing.
Yeah, but it did nothing but make me go, I don't understand what's happening. Is this a Christmas Carol or is this a Christmas Carol on heroin? What happened here?
What's
going on?
Watch it again. It's not as bad as you think.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd be less distracted without your tongue in a woman's mouth.
That was actually my fucking hand on her tits, but
Yeah, see, distractions, fucking distractions. Anyways, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, but I really enjoy British humor too, so it made me laugh a lot.
I do have to actually explain one thing though. Do not, if you're planning on if you want to go to the movies and your only reason for going to the cheap theater and all that stuff is to just basically go and make out in public because you think that's a fun thing. I'm saying with me, don't expect that to happen if you've picked a movie I haven't seen yet. You got to pick a movie that I have already seen and I'm still willing to pay like $2 to go and see just to basically fool around with you in the theaters. Because
come on.
Three of my exes did this mistake, even though I laid out to them, don't take me to a movie or don't tell me to buy tickets to a movie I haven't seen yet. Because I'm going to forget about you and your existence and watch it instead.
And then your feelings are going to be all hurt.
It irritated me because she did this. One of my exes did this 3 different times. And this happened with 3 different exes because the other 2 ended up making the same fucking stupid mistake. They invited me over and they said, hey, let's watch this movie. And I'm like, hey, I haven't seen this movie yet. They'd already seen it like 5 times or whatever. And they kept trying to make out with me and I pushed them away.
Like, I'm trying to watch the movie, bitch. Get off.
Bitch, the movie's getting interesting. You need to fuck off.
Seriously.
Get off my dick.
Master Anonymous and I are the same when we're watching a movie, like either I haven't seen or he hasn't seen. We're on like opposite ends of the couch. I've got my legs on his lap, but there's no hanky-panky going on for watching the movie.
That's the extent of the touching. That's it.
No.
Yeah. I'll put my hand on your ass. I'll put my hand on your tits. I'll probably like lean over and kiss your cheek every once in a while, or even hold your hand, whatever. But like, my eyes are no longer on the TV screen. We didn't really watch the movie because we were, too busy fooling around and stuff. There's none of that happening because if you try that shit and it's a movie I haven't seen, even if I've given up on the movie, I'm still gonna watch it.
I don't even get that shit in the movie theater, to be honest, because it's something that, like cell phones and movie theaters and stuff, it drives me nuts. It takes my attention away from the movie. I don't want it to.
Why are you here?
Does. So I see a couple necking or something. I just want to scream at them, like, "What are you doing? Put it away!"
It is opening night to an MCU movie, you bastards.
If they're young, it's because it's the most private place they can go together without a parent, and they can fuck around. That's why.
They're in their 40s.
Okay, that's weird.
You need to stop. We're trying to mess up our marriage.
Master Anonymous and I, when we first started dating, if we went to the fucking movies to watch a fucking movie, we went watching a fucking movie. Can neck afterwards. I can't fuck in the movie theater. I mean, you could, but it's hard. Like, it's not fun.
I can't watch a movie. I'm here to watch the movie. We're prudes when we watch movies. That's pretty much what this comes down to.
We become a fucking married Christian couple that only does missionary when we're watching movies. Don't touch me.
Only for procreation.
Don't touch me that way. There's a film on the TV box.
On the telly.
I'm suddenly remembering that particular ex I was talking about earlier. The one that took me to the one that suggested we see a series of unfortunate events. When there was this one other time when we went and saw a movie in theaters, and she had already seen the movie. I think she had actually seen it twice, technically, because one of those other times was somebody like she I guess she went and saw the movie with somebody that she had actually like. She got the idea in her head. She wanted me to go and see this movie with her so we could actually fuck in the back of the theater. I shit you not. When she kept trying to make moves on me, I started to get irritated with her. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I was just like, well, I'm trying to pull around. And I gave her this look like, I haven't seen this movie. Fuck off.
Dude, did she break up with you?
No, she was mad at me.
Why would she bring you to the theater to fuck? What's wrong? What's wrong with your relationship?
I don't know.
A bed?
It was a weird part in the relationship where she just wanted to fuck in weird spaces.
Fuck in the car afterwards.
We did.
There you go.
We fucked in cars. We fucked on lawns. We fucked in people's backyards. We fucked in a bunch of different places and stuff. But like when it was the theater, she tried it, and I was just like, look, okay, first of all, I actually know this theater very well. The ushers come in every 20 fucking minutes. So no, because they'll see it and they'll basically just be like, okay, now you guys are kicked out because you were fucking having sex in the movie theater. So fuck off with that. You clearly don't know what you're talking about, and I do. Second of all, I haven't seen this movie. Fuck off until the end of the movie.
Magog just said the best thing ever. Nothing's more exciting than getting a blowjob while watching an M. Night film. Confused orgasms and regret.
I have to say, I've never been able to experience that, and it is a regret I have. That I never dated somebody when the latest M. Night Shyamalan movie had come out, and I went and saw it with them.
The blowjob was dead the whole time.
Like, what? Are you not into this? I'm like, I am confused. I don't know what's happening with this plot. Like, it's twisting in ways
I'm too interested in the movie.
I don't know what M. Night is trying to tell me, but it's pissing me off.
Also, Victor Rand said, well, do your damn dirty sin business in the restroom like a decent degenerate. That's how you get hepatitis.
Yeah, that's also how you get rumors started, because some of my friends thought that I only ever fucked women on toilets afterwards.
What?
I got caught fucking one of my exes in a public restroom at a bowling alley that was being controlled and run by other friends.
Oh no!
And they started making jokes about me only ever bringing women to the bathroom to have sex with them, because there's other stories of me pulling my ex or my girlfriend at the time into a bathroom to fuck her at parties. So they just kept making jokes about I'm just a bathroom fucker, and I'm like,
you have a toilet fetish.
I don't have a toilet fetish. It's I don't want anyone. I want to fuck, and I don't want anyone to get into the room accidentally because there's no lock on the fucking door. So hey, what is guaranteed to have a lock on the door that nobody actually bursts into?
Hey.
Toilet.
Hey, chat. Fluffy Man Bun likes toilets.
You need to stop.
Toilet sex.
I only did it like 3 times. You need to fuck off.
Toilet sex and Fluffy Man Buns. Yeah. I'm gonna just call you Fluffy Man Bun from now on.
I'm not Fluffy Man Bun. Don't
you are. You are Fluffy Man Bun.
No.
Chat, he doesn't like it. Make it stick. Make it stick.
Oh. I hate that I can't.
Victor's
is your wrestling song.
Let's call him Tidy Bull from now on. Tidy Bull, Fluffy Man Bun. Seriously, it's like a cottontail. If you sprayed it white, it would be a bunny's ass.
I swear, it's kind of like I can't ever hate something on the internet, because once I've established that I don't like something, that's all I get now is just.
Yeah, you should know better. Fluffy Man Bun.
I should know better, but I'm stupid.
Fluffy Man Bun.
I don't always turn family pictures around. I like it when they What? Magog said, I don't always turn family pictures around. I like it when they watch. Fucked up thing. Same ex, the one who tried to have sex in the movie theater. She did have family pictures on her dresser, and I made a comment about it once after we had sex. I was just like, so, how comfortable are you with your family seeing us fuck? And she looked up, she was like, what? I don't know. And then I pointed at the dresser with all her family photos and shit. Afterwards, she kept turning them around whenever I came over. Or putting them upside down. Either way, like, she didn't want me making any more jokes like that. I never stopped, by the way. Okay. Silence.
You killed everything.
Dead.
What did you do, Brockus?
I didn't do anything. I'm actually looking at the time and realizing I think we've actually been streaming for over 3 hours.
We have.
Oh dear God, yeah, we have been streaming for over 3 hours. Do you think we should cut it here, or do you want to maybe toss Magog a link?
I did send Magog a link. He has it.
He's got stories, most likely.
I want to hear these stories.
Have I ever told anybody about the time when I nutted during the scene in Deep Blue Sea when the shark ate Sam Jackson?
Yes, you did.
Oh, okay.
You did, Fluffy Man Bun. You did.
I don't know what to say. You know, she kept telling me to bring over movies that I have clearly already seen multiple times. I know what that means.
So basically, you just if she tells you to bring a movie you've seen, she want to fuck.
Basically, yes. She eventually did learn that if I bring a movie over to her house and it's one that I've seen multiple times, that was her way of saying, "Come over, I want to fuck." I think Will Honorless is confused. Nope, I'm driving right. Oh my God, can't actually.
Your misspelling of Telly is more upsetting to me than the word.
Misspelling of Telly?
Yep, Telly's with a Y.
Well, I'm not very fucking English, am I?
It's Telly with a Y. There you go. Let me help you.
What's that?
We're triggering Will.
I don't. When did he tell
Telly killed his boner.
It does.
Yes.
The Telly kills his boner?
He doesn't like the word.
Oh, Telly.
Keep up, Fluffy Man Bun.
I don't know what's happening.
You're a goddamn rabbit. You can't keep up.
No.
Go check your DMs. I think there's something important in there.
Who the fuck is? I seen. Why would you do that? Hey, bunny. I hate you. How dare you?
You know, you're not a bunny. You're not that cute. You just chopped off one of their tails and glued it to your head.
That centerfold in Playboy, though.
Why?
Bunny asshole.
Why do these things always turn around on me?
Okay, at least I'm not shackled. At least I'm not harassing you to turn on your camera and show us your fucking bunny anus.
I don't have bunny anus.
You have bunny anus on your head.
No.
Yeah.
It's a ponytail. Why would you say these things?
It's fluffy, man. It's curly. It's fluffy. It looks like a ponytail.
Brockus, tell us the story about how you're growing a man bun again.
I'm not. Growing my hair out. Magog has the same hairstyle as me.
Magog's hair's long. It's not fluffy.
Mine's still growing.
Yeah, you got man bun. For the time being,
it's
a little fluffy little man bun. It's all poofy.
Not a man bun. Why would you say these things?
It's all poofy.
Telling lies.
Wait, has everybody seen Brockus's man bun?
And I'm not showing it.
I just want to know how many people in the chat have seen it so they know, like, how funny what I'm saying is. Because it's not as funny unless you've seen the tiny little ball of brown fur on the top of his head. And Will, I sent him a bunny tail.
Race Jacobs apparently sent a picture of Robin jerking off Nightwing, and you're an evil bastard for that, Race.
Yeah.
I think we've gone on long enough. And
oh yeah, now you want to end it because we're all teasing your little fluffy man bun.
Because you can fuck off right now.
Good be old butthurt crying to your man bun.
I'm an orc, and it's not a man bun. It's a manly.
It's a manly bunny tail.
This is a warrior's wolf's tail. How dare you?
Oh shit! I can't remember the guy's name from the Last Airbender now. Yes, Sokka.
I'm a pyro fox, you guys. It's not a bunny tail.
Dare you?
You're a teeny tiny little man bun.
Everybody's teasing me, pointing at me. I don't like it.
You don't like it? Oh.
I go sit in the corner with my boomerang.
Use it to cut off your man bun.
No. I'm growing my hair out. You guys are mean.
Fluffy Man Bun thinks man buns are are manly.
Shut your face.
says Galork.
All right.
Oh yes, the whole chat's now on Fluffy Man Bun. So
Of course they will.
I want to know, what kind of bunny do you think sacrificed for to create his fluffy little man bun tail? What kind of bunny? The floppy eared bunnies? Bunnies with the straight up ears?
The one from Winnie the Pooh, the old one.
I have a feeling
Rabbit.
Yeah.
He killed Rabbit.
He killed Rabbit.
And glued his ass to his head.
I have a feeling that that fucking Magog is listening on his phone as he's driving, but at some point, because of the Fluffy Man Bun shit, had to pull over because he's laughing too fucking hard.
I don't know. I don't know if Magog finds your fluffy, foofy little man bun that entertaining, but maybe he do.
No, Magog will find the jokes at my expense. He will find them funny, much like everybody else. But at some point, Magog is going to join in on the fun.
I don't find them funny. I find them necessary.
I can't help you.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Metaphor said man bun bun.
I don't know. Maybe that'll get you on his attention. Who knows?
Binoculars.
What? How dare you? Who's doing this?
Metaphorist. That's beautiful.
You can't call me a snow bunny because I don't live anywhere where it snows.
He isn't a Canadian, so.
Nor am I a mountain man.
Bunzilla, actually, Bunzilla works really well because he's
God
a giant.
damn you!
He's a giant, and he also has a tiny bunny on his head. Tiny bunny ass.
He's got a tiny bunny on his ass.
Yes, I was going for bunny ass on his head, and that.
I know, Big Master Anonymous in the chat.
What
Fuck
an
that
asshole!
Yeah, that guy's a jerk.
A snow bunny is a white girl. Yes, it's a white girl in a fucking snowsuit. It's a skiing white girl. Yes, that's right. Bunny anus on his head.
Magog, if you're still listening, don't you dare send me any of this shit.
Magog, send him bunnies and tell all of your followers to also send him bunnies.
Do not be a part of this, sir. Do
it.
not do it.
Come on. He's got a fluffy bunny bum on his head.
I just realized we've been talking about this for like a good 15 minutes.
And the chat is still going.
Well, yeah.
Tiny bunny anus on his head. Yes.
This is good. This content sells.
It does.
This content makes me sad.
It's because you have a bunny.
Which makes other people happy.
I'd be sad if I had a bunny anus on my head too.
Never mind. We've lost like 7 people. So.
Why is that my sadness makes others happy? I do not get that.
Metaphor is just sending bunnies in the chat now. Yeah, I didn't know they had bunny emojis.
Oh my god, you sick fuck.
Bunny emojis. Everywhere the bunny emojis.
Well, you are not helping.
Oh, yes. All the buns. Bun bums.
Damn it. Damn it, Anon. Why? Why would you do that?
Peter Cotton Top. Okay, seriously, I can't.
All right, that's it. I'm closing this shit out. I'm stopping the stream.
Quickly, he's running upstairs to turn us off. Give us more.
You guys are evil. I don't like you anymore.
He's gonna go and shut the stream down.
Peacefully, I am gonna shut the stream down.
Fluffy Man Bun Bun.
I'm just gonna allow this to keep.
You need to change the name of the stream now to Fluffy Man Bun.
I'm not gonna lie. This whole thing has been pretty fucking hilarious. I'm not a huge fan of names all of a sudden.
Oh, come on. Fluffy Man Bun's way better than some of the other shit people call you.
I'm not gonna lie, it is actually pretty goddamn funny. Like, there's a 6'4", over 300-pound man being called Fluffy Man Bun. Like, if that isn't ironically hilarious, then I don't know what is.
Seriously, come on. It does look like a rabbit's tail. It's all foofy.
The carrot in the chat just made me think of Bugs Bunny.
You gotta go feed your hair. Hair, get it?
Hairy hair. Oh no.
It's your hair.
Oh. Heavenly hair, if you're into that.
Okay, Ron. Because you requested it, the name of the stream
Yeah.
has been changed.
Fluffy Man Bun Bun.
Excuse me, that's Master and Miss Anon to you.
She was the one who was mostly asking
Yes,
for
this
it.
is true.
You were the ones
Jesus.
pushing the shit out of it in the shadows, you assholes.
Shut up, hair. Shut up, Fluffy Man Bun with your hair. Oh,
All of
God.
All of this shit. All of it. I want it to burn. I want it to
It got
burn like
funnier when it's
Hair tonic.
it got funnier when it became a pun because now it's a dad joke.
I don't know, shit. Here's the thing. My response to this would normally be to shave my head.
Oh God,
Like,
I'm
no,
choking.
these jokes are gonna stop. But then all the fucking new wrath jokes will start coming back, and I'm like,
Oh my
I don't want
goodness.
that.
If you
I don't want any of that.
if you shaved your head, we could make all sorts of skinhead jokes. So
Trust me, I've heard it all before. For 2 different Halloweens, I shaved my head. One for I was dressed up as Bane, and the other one I was fat, sad Heisenberg. and both,
shaved hair.
both times I shaved my head, I regretted it. I regretted it a lot because when I shaved my head for the fucking the Heisenberg one, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me, but apparently it was colder in Nevada than it was in California, and oh my God, the weather could not have given me a bigger headache. There was
Did you get brain
hair.
freeze
I got brain freeze without
on the
even
outside?
eating
You got brain
It-
freeze from the outside.
It was awful. I had nothing protecting me. I had to wear a beanie at all times. And the skinhead jokes never stopped. I had one friend in particular who laughs like a fucking retarded woman, who just couldn't stop making jokes and then sounding like a fucking kid spazzing the shit out after hearing a booger joke at 2.
Wow. That killed how funny the fucking hair bun thing was.
Good. Now then, we can go ahead. And
can we get back on track?
No, we can go ahead and shut this shit down. We're gonna go ahead and actually turn this motherfucker off because
Shut up, hair.
Because that's why.
That's why. Earlier tonight.
As an aside, you should shave your head again and go as depressed Lex Luthor one
I
day.
don't want to. I
No,
don't want to do that. That's
Why not?
that's a
I don't
terrible
want to
idea.
I don't want to be a sad, depressed Lex Luthor.
Why not?
Because at some point, somebody's going to be Superman, and he's going to make fucking jokes. I just feel like this is only improving the costume.
Good.
Stop.
Do it.
No, I don't want to.
Come on,
Anyways,
do it. You
we're
don't get
gonna
a choice.
we're going to shut this shit down. Everybody you're seeing here has actually been on the stream the entire time, but we also had Ian Miles Sean on earlier, and we were talking about a lot of different shit. With that being said, I of course have new nicknames. I hate you all. You can all die in a fire.
This has been hair. Everybody, good night.
Get the fuck out, cunts. My name is Brock.
Good night.
Fuck you.